Good evening from SB Ballard Stadium on the campus of Old Dominion University, where tonight the ODU Monarchs play host to the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Welcome inside the booth. Scott Jackson and Andy Mishaw here with you, getting ready for Sun Belt action tonight between these two teams who have split the all-time series 2 apiece. ODU been rolling 3 straight wins, 3-1 of the season. Coastal Carolina 2-2, but got a really big win, Andy, before their bye week. And now tonight, it's all new because it's all conference play from here on out.
It really is kind of like a new season, especially for Old Dominion. This is their first conference game. You just said Coastal coming off of it. A little bit of a slow start for the Chanticleers, but hey, the demise of the Chants may have been greatly exaggerated. They came out of South Alabama with a strong win and a strong performance. They switched quarterbacks, made a big difference. They're looking to keep it rolling. Well,
guy's been rolling. Defensive end Noah Arinze, they're one to watch.
Yeah, he's going to be part of the game plan here for the Chants, is to try to keep Old Dominion contained inside the tackles. They don't want them to get too far outside because that's when the explosive plays happen. And so Arinze, 2 sacks last game they had coming off of the bye week at South Alabama. He had 2 sacks. They are ready to go. He's going to be a big part of that game plan.
Big guy for Old Dominion has been Ja'Cory Thomas, the wide receiver on the outside.
Yeah, the Monarchs wanted to get bigger at receiver. They've had small, fast guys for a while. Now they went out, got some transfer guys in from community college, and they brought them in. Ja'Cory Thomas, one of them, 6'3", big body, big receiver, had a great big game last week against Liberty in the rain. 6 catches, 114 yards, couple of touchdowns. They want to get him rolling, and they'd like to get him going early.
Scored a lot of points. Of course, they put up 38 in that win 2 weeks ago. And it is a picture-perfect night for football here, as you see the head coach, Tim, back in his 3rd season with Coastal Carolina. They've been to bowl games each of his first 2 years. And 61 new players for the Chanticleers this year. That's a big turnaround, obviously.
Now that'll do it.
And here we go. Philippe Laforge with the kickoff here on a perfect night for football in Norfolk. Marki James is going to take it for the Monarchs. And he's going to get cut down. Good coverage there by Coastal Carolina, who won the toss and deferred. So Old Dominion will start on their own 14 or make a 13-yard line for the first possession of the game.
Now we're going to get a chance to see that Coastal defense. And they think that if there's a weakness in this Old Dominion squad, it is the line. They think they can create some havoc in the trenches and try to contain this thing. They do not want to give up the explosive plays, which is something the Monarchs have been doing pretty well. 33 points a game.
Look at those Colton Joseph numbers, Andy. I mean, 68%, averaging 225 in the air each week, and been a touchdown machine.
For the country is rushing quarterback yardage.
Traquan Jones in the backfield with Colton Joseph. Hudson Blues for the Monarchs, straight ahead, no, play action. Gladding's got some space. He's got a first down and a little bit more as they're going to mark him out at the 29-yard line. So an easy pitch and catch for ODU right away.
Well, if you've not seen this offense, that's it in a nutshell. They spread you way across the field, sideline to sideline, in RPOs.
And another, this time a carry straight ahead for Jones, who's going to get it up to the 33-yard line. As ODU likes to go fast, they're going to try to put Coastal on their heels here in the early going.
So many weapons you have to account for.
Another give. Jones straight ahead, got some room, pushes forward close to that first down marker. He's going to be about a yard shy, so 3rd and 1 coming up for Old Dominion.
The way they do it, because they spread you out, you have to give respect to those guys over by the sidelines. There's just nobody left in the middle.
Monarchs 39% on 3rd downs, and they convert there. And again, a run right ahead for Traquan Jones, who has the first down a little bit more. So ODU in business here on this first drive, close to midfield.
Yeah, they're coming out with the tempo set on high.
Colton Joseph looking for the signal. And another give to Jones. He misses, makes one man miss, but then gets stacked up in a massive pile there and is driven down by Zeke Campbell. And the Chanticleers D bones up on that play, and there'll be a no gain.
And that's what they want to do right there. They had 2 high safety looks, so they have help deep, but they were able to control the run anyway.
Joseph loading up deep. He's got his man Can he get there? What a catch by Trey Brown III. Old Dominion can be first and goal.
And then there's that. We talked about the size that they have on the outside. Ja'Cory Thomas, we talked about him in the open. Trey Brown is the other guy from Hutchinson, and he got it. He got his arms underneath that and rolled over on it. But Trey Brown, 6'2".
Jones still on his feet, pushing towards the goal line. Let's see where they mark him down, right around the 1 yard line. So did slip the initial tackle. So second and goal to goal for the Monarchs from the 1.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Thomas 6'3" on one side, Trey Brown 6'2" on the other.
Jones makes one man miss, but he is going to get stacked up and pulled down. No fooling there, as Dre Pinckney was the first one to meet him.
Campbell in there too. Campbell's been busy in his first possession.
So third and goal for the Monarchs after the loss of 2 on the play. They'll mark the ball at the 3 yard line. Tight end.
Yeah, Monarchs going
coming in now, Dawson Johnson from the sideline, and also they've got Jalen Butler in there, so they got the 2 tight end look here.
Yeah, 12 personnel here, and they got to set them on the same side, so almost an unbalanced look here.
And Devin Roche's the running back to the right of Colton Joseph. Joseph's going to throw it over the middle, caught, and a touchdown for the Monarchs on the opening drive, and it's Naheem Abdul-Rahim Gladding with another touchdown of the season. That's his third.
They stacked the tight ends onto the left side, put the strength on that side, and then backside it's just a slant. And Gladding did a good job pressing up into the coverage and then breaking it off to the middle. He goes right into the chest of Jamarian Wayne, right at him his first couple of steps to get him to take that one step back. Then he breaks it inside, has inside leverage, and the slant throw on the goal line.
Really good protection for Joseph, too, had all kinds of time. So Riley Callahan on for the extra point, as the officials, I guess, going to get the thumbs up from the replay, and they say, all right, we're good. So do you showing this formation? They often do. They try to catch somebody. Someday they're going to catch somebody, Andy, and they're going to run a 2-point play out of that, but we've yet to see it.
Every once in a blue moon, you'll see somebody get the look that they want.
Riley Callahan on for the extra point. Snap is there. Kick is up, and he splits the upright. So the Monarchs take the opening drive straight down the field and put 7 on the board. We'll see Coastal Carolina's offense. We continue here. You're watching Sunbelt football here on ESPN+. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium, here's Colton Joseph capping up a 9-play, 87-yard drive with that 3-yard touchdown pass to Naheem Abdul-Rahim Gladding to make it a 7-0 Old Dominion lead as they go right down the field in the opening drive after Coastal Carolina deferred.
You see him get into the body of the corner of Jamarian Wayne. And man coverage like that on the goal line, it's pressed, but he got into him first and kind of got a little bit of separation. Another big physical back receiver for the Monarchs.
Dominic Nicely caking it out of the end zone for Coastal Carolina. He's going to get dropped at the 14-yard line, make it the 13. So really good coverage there by the Monarchs kickoff team.
Yeah, 9 plays, 87 yards, 311, 6 rushes, 3 passes. It's about as on schedule as you can get. And Joseph perfect on drive number 1.
So we see Tad Hudson in this Chanticleer offense for the first time as they come out on the field. Hudson started the offseason down the depth chart, and he has worked his way up to the top quarterback position after, of course, an injury to Emmett Brown. MJ Morris was the start at the beginning of the year, and then Hudson took over the reins a couple weeks ago and is now making his 3rd start tonight. Give to Simpkins, who is going to get driven down by Seth Nawatala for a loss on first down.
Yeah, Seth is you're talking about depth in the quarterback, depth in the middle linebacker spot. His brother was supposed to be in that spot, but he's been out injured. So he's filling in, and he's taking up right where his brother left off.
Yeah, Javen Simpkins had nowhere to go. Simpkins, their all-purpose yardage leader here with the Chanticleers. Hudson back to pass, drops it off to Simpkins. Simpkins going to dance towards the 20, gets taken down. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4. We got a late flag coming out from the secondary. We'll see what that call is.
That was real late, right in where the tackle is.
Really good toss by the official, too. That was a good 20 yards. Looks like Coastal's backing themselves
foul,
up.
Blindside block, number 4 offense. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. We'll replay second down.
Bryson Graves, the wide receiver,
See if
with
we can
the
see
late
him. There's
hit.
4 at the top. I don't know about that one. I mean, it looked more straight lateral than back towards the goal line. I don't know about that one.
Well, Monarchs catch a break there, and Coastal Carolina now with a second down and 13 instead of a third and short. Back in the backfield in motion is quickly out to Nicely. That skips off the turf. That should be an incompletion. It is. The referees have blown it dead. So now a third and 13. Coastal backed up here with a big third down coming up. And Coastal Carolina on the season on third downs, just 32%.
Old Dominion giving up 40% on third downs. That was a blitz last time. That was a pretty good play call. Had he been able to set and make a better throw on that, I think that would have been a big play because they had blocking set out in front.
Hudson with Simpkins in the backfield. Throws it to Simpkins underneath. Ball's tipped and incomplete as Nalatala met him as he caught it. He's going to be seeing Nalatala twice in the first 4 plays of this game. Some big hits on Simpkins. Javen Simpkins.
He's a little slow getting up after that one. Thing was, he was going in for the kill shot because he saw it all the way. Had he been looking, he may have been able to pick that up. If Simpkins bobbled it, he may have been able to intercept that.
So now punting time out of their own end zone. And it's going to be, for the first time tonight, the Australian Emil Sebafunde.
I'll let you handle that one first.
Emil Sebafunde with a punt, back to receive Devin Roche for the Monarchs. He's going to take it around the 42-yard line. Heads up field, and he gets pulled down right around the 45, so not much room there. Really good coverage by the Chanticleers to limit the return.
That's a pretty good kick by Sebafunde, too.
He booted that one.
Coming out of your own end zone like that, it's tough.
He's averaging 43.5 on the season, so he's got a big foot.
Officials timeout.
Down.
We've got an injured Chanticleer on the field.
That's either Shane Bruce.
That's Washington, actually. Robbie Washington, one of their big receivers, that's down on the ground right now. We'll take a timeout. With 10:35 to go in this opening half, Old Dominion will have the ball for the second time with a 7-0 lead. You're watching Sunbelt football here on ESPN+. There's Ricky Ronnie, year 6, the highest tenured coach in the Sunbelt. Of course, 5th-year coaching. They did not play the COVID year. Off to a 3-1 start, best start for the program since 2014. A win today would have their best start since 2012. And Coach has got to be pretty happy with what he sees here so far. 7-0 lead and ball at the 46-yard line after the defense came out and forced Coastal to punt.
Yeah, they script the first 15, 20. Most teams do something like that. I don't think you could have gone better to script than that first drive did.
Back now is Devin Roche. And a play action thrown out there to Ja'Cory Thomas. Makes one man miss. He gets across the 50-yard line. That's where he's going to get stacked up. But Thomas, who had the 2 touchdowns last week with his first catch of the game, and it'll bring up a second down at probably about 5 for the Monarchs.
That's the same play they started with last time. They go these smoke screen RPOs out of the stacked formations, and that's a read before the ball is snapped.
Joseph keeps it. He's going to run. No, throws it. Thomas off his left hand, could not get it. So Joseph thought he had some daylight, then had a defender close it in and just threw it away instead of taking the loss. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Monarchs. Again, ODU on the season, 39%, but converted the first one, so probably over 40 at this point.
That was less than pretty on that one, though. Kind of a late decision to pull it, and then he was just trying to throw it away as he's going down. Lucky he got away with that, just with an incompletion.
Joseph's got trips to his right. Lone receiver to the left is Thomas, who's going to split out wider now. Roche flips to the right side of Joseph in the formation. Joseph's going to load up. Got time, throws across the middle, but underthrown. He had Gladding, it looked like, but just short and incomplete. And we'll see what the ODU decision is. Looks like the punting team's going to come on as the offense starts trotting to the sideline here on a 4th and 5 at midfield.
Yeah, that second down play is the one that kind of got him. Some good penetration up front by the Chanticleers on the left side as he was trying to pull that, which made him kind of hesitate on the decision on that second down play. Pretty good coverage on the back end of that last one on the 3rd down play, too.
Bryson Graves back to receive. Standing at his own 5, Ian Brandt punts it. It's an end-over-end punt. Graves is going to come up and fair catch it at the 19-yard line. So Coastal Carolina will take their second series of the football game once again inside their own 20. Started off at the 19. See if Tad Hudson and this offense can get a little bit more momentum than they did on the last drive, where they penalty obviously put them in a tough spot. Could have been a third and manageable. Instead, they had a second and long, and from there weren't unable to climb out of the hole.
It's not quite how Ian Brandt wanted that one to go. He got under it, wanted to get it high with some backspin, just a little bit short. So pretty good field position for the Chants here, considering.
Javen Simpkins, the back to the right of Tad Hudson, quarterback. He's going to pass immediately, quick little screen. Good tackle coming up on the Old Dominion corner there.
That's some of Old Dominion's own medicine right there. He read the blitz coming off of the edge, saw it early. Monarchs kind of declared that pretty quickly. So he knew right away he's got to pull this thing and get it out quickly.
Mega was taken down by Botros Alessandro quickly. Picks up about 2 yards, so 2nd and 8. Again, Simpkins stays in the backfield with Hudson. Play action. Quick screen, but that's going to lose yardage as Simpkins falls down. It looked like he might have had some space, but it was not a great thrown pass, although he's pointing at himself. And they lose 3 yards there, so 3rd and 11.
66 offense.
About to get worse.
That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal.
Instead, 2nd and long. So it's going to be like a 2nd and 18.
Replay 2nd down. Correction. Be enforced 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay 2nd down.
That's twice now that they've had him out in the flat. One was not a great throw. That time it was a pretty good throw. But again, you see the pressure coming off of the edge, and that's where the hold was, as Colbreth was charging in from the right side.
Yeah, they grabbed Colbreth, and now they're.
Correction. Old Dominion has declined the holding foul. It'll be 3rd down.
Should be a 3rd and 11, like we said before then, instead of 2nd and 18. So 3rd and 11, because the ball will be at the 19.
Kind of wondering about accepting that one.
I was wondering. I was like, 3rd and 11 is a pretty good percentage.
Yeah, you'll take
normally,
3rd
right?
and 11 most of the time.
All right, so Simpkins stays in the backfield. And they'll have trips here to the near side in this formation. Referees having a conversation about where to spot the ball.
Back and forth.
Yeah, the original line of scrimmage, I believe, was the 20, and it was behind that, so it should be a 3rd and 11.
There it is.
There we go, 19-yard line. There we go. They're employing the crowd here at ODU to get in, make some noise as Hudson takes the shotgun snap. He's under pressure, breaks out of it. He's scrambling, he's looking upfield, and he's going to run for it, and he has it. Woo! As he smokes a defender there and gets the first down, as I believe he had a big collision with Jeremy Mack and got the better of it. So a pickup of about 12 yards. Look at this again. Hudson's not really known as a runner, but he does have some athleticism.
They said they like his toughness, and there it is right there. He took on 2 safeties. It's Isles and Carter.
There's a run straight ahead. Simpkins gets it to the 35-yard line. So it was Carter and Isles that he split there to get the first down.
But the thing you see about Hudson is he doesn't panic. I mean, they're getting some pressure on him off of the edges, good rushes, but he's not running around like a Chanticleer with its head cut off. He's staying calm in the pocket.
2nd and 6, give to Simpkins. Tries the left side. He's got some space there close to the first down marker, and he's going to be marked maybe a half yard shy, so that's going to bring him a 3rd and 1. They're going to put him at the 40, so 3rd and 1. Line to gain is the 41, as they're getting some subs in on both sides as the Chanticleers.
That run was a huge play, though, because it got him the first down and it flipped the field. If you're going to punt from here, you have a chance to get the field possession in your favor just because of that run. Now, obviously, that's not what they're after. They want to pick this one up, too. But
Jalen John is in the backfield. He takes a direct snap, going right side, and he gets cut down by Jeremy Mack, number 4 of the Monarchs, and he loses yardage. And that's going to bring him a 4th and short. Will the Chanticleers stay on the field? Right now, it looks like, but now they're being waved over to the sideline. And the 4th and 2 is going to bring out the punting unit.
Jeremy Mack a little slow getting up after he made that play.
Big-time play by Mack, though, to cut him down. Then on the other side of it, you saw Steiger cleaning it up as well. So big play from the Old Dominion defense on 3rd and short.
Tempted to go at this, but after that play, that'll affect your decision making.
Emil Sebafunde back on to punt it. The Australian punter gets a nice one there. It's going to bounce and take a bit of an ODU bounce as it settles towards the 21-yard line. Will be downed by the Chanticleer. So 6:56 to go in this opening quarter. Old Dominion with the 7-0 lead. As we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching college football here on ESPN+. Back inside SB at Ballard Stadium where the Monarchs have a 7-0 lead. Here was a big play that set up that touchdown.
Now look at the safety at the hashes. His eyes are not where they're supposed to be, and it leaves one-on-one coverage to the outside. Brown took advantage of it, and that's what set up the touchdown.
Joseph back to pass, got a man open. Brown again, and he gets stuck right at the 38-yard line, but it's a 1st and 10 for the Monarchs.
Again, eyes, discipline has got to be where they need to be. Brown on the little glance route over the middle there is a good hit by the safety, but a big chunk of yardage quickly picked up by this Monarch offense.
ODU going empty backfield again with Traquan Jones now setting up in the slot. Colton Joseph quickly to Jones here on the near side. He gets stuck, but he drives forward, maybe gets it to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Maybe a half-yard gain, so it'll pick up a 2nd and long.
That's Jamarian Wayne. One thing they did say, we were talking to Tim Beck and Jeremiah Johnson, the defensive coordinator, these corners are big and physical, and they will hit you just like that.
Yeah, he said they don't have just cover corners here. You got to be able to tackle and come down to the box, and you see it right there. Back to pass, Joseph looking over the middle. He's got Gladding, but it's poked away. Really good play there by Jones to come in and knock it away. Avion Jones.
That's close to the same concept, I suppose you could say, is the one that they hit Brown on.
So 3rd and 9 for the Monarchs.
Well, they were ready for it that time.
At their own 40, make that their own 38-yard line. So Joseph with Jones to his right now. He flips sides to the left.
That's to protect against Luden and Blitzen. There's a chess match going on out there right now.
Joseph with the snap. Got some time, throws it here near side. Caught, Brown got a 1st down. He's still on his feet, looking for a little more as he pushes inside the 41-yard line, 42-yard line of Coastal Carolinas, where the Monarchs will have it 1st and 10.
Well, Brown's eating right now. That's 4 catches already.
We got an injured Chanticleer player. Number 2, Wayne is on the Jamarian Wayne is down the corner.
Officials timeout for an injury.
He didn't get up right after that play. I don't know what happened to him, but he quickly stayed down. The Old Dominion bench was pointing to the officials, let them know he was down too. So tended to Jamarian Wayne here on the near side, right in front of the Old Dominion sideline.
So Colton Joseph, 7 of 10 for 111 yards and a touchdown. That's obviously 70%. We're about 2/3 of the way through the first quarter.
Trey Brown's already got 3 catches for 85 yards, and obviously that big 49-yarder. So he's the guy tonight. Of course, last week it was Ja'Cory Thomas, and it's been Gladding as well. I mean, they've kind of been whoever's open. Comfortable throwing to all these receivers. And
they haven't rushed it since the first drive. They had 6 rushes attempts for Jones on that first drive, and they haven't put it on the ground since then. So Wayne got up. He had a little bit of help. He was limping a little bit, but mostly on his own, got to the Chanticleer sideline.
So now, the 1st and 10. They're going to have Lionel Whitaker in the game now, covering Trey Brown here on the near side for the Chanticleers. Again, Traquan Jones, the lone back to the left of Colton Joseph. He's got trips to his left here on the 1st and 10 from the Coastal Carolina 42-yard line. Joseph giving it this time. Jones big hole. He's got it. The 30 spins around down to the 26-yard line. So a pickup of 14 on 1st and 10 for Traquan Jones.
Oh, there's the ground game.
You asked for it.
They started with 2 safeties back deep, and that's a pretty good run. Look at the eyes. The spin, the concentration.
Jones again, another hole. Puts his shoulder pads down, pushes towards the 15. They'll mark him down at the 16-yard line. And so that's going to bring another 1st down for the Monarchs. So Traquan Jones suddenly in the zone here. The Monarchs have it in the red zone, set up at the 17-yard line of Coastal Carolinas.
Going to slow down now. They got to have some subs, including Roche coming in for Jones.
Yeah, Butler, the tight end, kind of in an up-back position.
The safety's kind of creeping in a little bit now. You see how flat they are. 3 safety look, just like the Monarchs like to run.
Roche going left side. He's got space. He's going to get his shoulders down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark him at the 9, so it'll bring up a second down and 1, or make that 2 for the Monarchs.
Problem is, they start creeping in to help stop the run game, and then you're left on the outside, and that's what happened on the touchdown on the goal line to Gladding. It's just one-on-one, and there was no help on the inside, and it was an easy slant route.
Dominion again in the red zone where they're at 67% of the season. Of course, last week the fumbles killed them in the red zone. And that rain.
3 fumbles in the red zone.
Low snap, Joseph picks it up. He's going to go straight ahead, and he will be close to the first down marker. I think he's going to be just shy of the first. So just a yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1 after the bad snap, but Joseph quickly able to at least gain some positive yardage out of it.
Now his other option, I think, was the flare route to Roche, the running back, out to the right, but most likely he was going to take that himself anyway. But this low snap threw the timing off, so now you got 3rd and short.
Butler, the up back. Oh, and a big hit coming in there, and just cleaning that play up was a huge hit by Trey Brown, just shooting in there from that linebacker position, and that's going to be enough for Old Dominion to bring on the field goal unit. Let's take another look. Trey Brown just unblocked right through there in the hole, takes down Colton Joseph.
Well, that's a lead. They're letting Roche actually into the hole first. And Brown he just found the hole and was having none of it. Like you said, nobody really got onto him.
Nobody touched him.
Shot on your quarterback.
Easiest tackle he's probably had to make all year. It's a 27-yard field goal attempt coming up for Riley Callahan. Kick is up, and it's on its way, and it splits the uprights and good. So Riley Callahan gets 3, but good stand by the Chanticleer defense to keep down the damages. But 10-0 Old Dominion here with 2:19 to go in this opening quarter in their Sun Belt opener.
Anybody that likes not playing in the rain, it's those guys, the specialists. 0 for 2 last week for Callahan. He missed 52 and from 32. The one on the 32-yarder was like a dropped snap.
Yeah, that was never going anywhere. That was a tough one because of the conditions last week. If you didn't see the game, were severe and wet. But ODU actually threw the ball well. But as we talked about before, the self-implosions in the red zone with the fumbles. And I asked Ricky Ronnie this week about him. I said, did you give the guys any grace because of the weather conditions? He said, absolutely not.
Nope.
He said, no, a lot of coaching points off of those mistakes and those turnovers.
Right now, he's not doing a whole lot of adjusting. He didn't need to. 10 plays, 70 yards, 437 on the second scoring drive. Now the bad snap on second down and then a complete whiff on a block somewhere. Leaves you with 3 points instead of 7, but hey.
Dominic nicely back to receive, as well as Javon Edwards. And it's going to bounce out of bounds.
Close.
Oh, that's a killer there. So great field position, the best field position. It's John
Kick out of bounds, kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line, first down.
That's a good decision by Nicely. He's got to wait and see if that thing is going to get through that pylon or not.
Yeah, Riley Callahan just a little bit too aggressive on that corner. And it'll set up the Chanticleers 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Saying nice things about him recovering from last week, and then he does that.
Well, they've had terrible field position, Coastal Carolina. They were at their own 13 and then they're 19. Now this drive will start at their own 35-yard line. And play action, Hudson's rolling right, got his man right there. Quick little dump off, good tackle from the secondary by Jerome Carter to keep the damages down, but a short pickup to the tight end on that side of the field. Brooks Johnson.
Little zip right out into the flat and carries that motion coming across there, and that's one that you want to get for Hudson to get him into a rhythm a little bit. It's an easy throw. They needed something because they had 8 yards of passing before that.
That one is going to be caught. Yeah, a catch. I thought maybe it might have hit the turf, but a catch from Malik Mega. And that's enough for the first down, so they'll move the chains.
That's actually a tougher throw than it looks. You're running it out to the short side of the field there into the boundary.
Well, the referees were not set. I don't know what's going on. They never moved the chains. It looked like he had the first down.
Prior to the ball being snapped, replay stopped the game. The ruling on the field was a catch for a first down. The previous play is under further review.
Some of that radial tire stuff popped up. I don't know if it's from the feet or from the ball.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll get a good look at it here, hopefully. But it's either 3rd and an inch or it's a
I mean, this ball is thrown behind him a little, but if he puts it in front of him, he's going to go out of bounds.
It looked like a catch. Looks like he got his hands underneath it. I don't know if there's enough there for the replay official to overturn.
Well, I think you're right. It's tough to see, but I think he's got the dark gloves, and I think there's more dark glove than green.
Delbert Bell is our replay official here tonight.
I mean, it's moving a little, but I don't know that it ever hits the ground. I haven't seen anything that would overturn this.
Got a lot of looks at it here.
I think the smoke, what they call it, the pellets coming up, I think that's from his foot.
I think it's from his foot as well. So it's going to be 3rd. If it stands, it's going to be 3rd in, inches, right? I mean, the ball, I guess, needed to be on the nose. The ball needed to be over the 45. It's just before the 45 right now. So they kept it as a 3rd down, which kind of surprised me because I thought he was right on the marker.
During the review, they can take a look at the spot,
Right,
too.
They could spot it because it seemed like a first down from the naked eye, but the referees never moved the chains, and they never changed the down marker either. And obviously now they're waiting on the replay official to give them the word.
As I was saying, though, that's a tough throw to make, that outcut into the boundary, especially if you're a little bit late on it, which I think he was. Because you put that out in front of him, it's an easier catch, but I don't know that he stays in bounds with it. So he's got to kind of go a little bit of back shoulder with it to make sure he has a chance to stay in bounds, but it's a tougher catch. They're taking a long look at it, and they could also be, again, checking the spot.
They might be deciding whether or not it's a first down. Let's take another look.
This might be the best look.
After further review, the ruling of a catch is upheld. First down.
So now it's a first down as well. Okay.
There's nothing clear and obvious that's going to overturn that, and it's going to give them the first down.
Yeah, I thought it was a first down. It seemed really pretty cut and dry. If it was touching the 45, it was a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Chanticleers.
It's a good couple of throws that Hudson needed. He needed to get something going positive, find a bit of a rhythm, see if they can find what they had in South Alabama.
Hudson with 2 backs next to him, Nicely and Javon Edwards. The give to Edwards going left side. Now he cuts up the middle. He's got a big hole there and dives forward, and he's going to pick up 7 yards on 1st and 10 before he's taken down.
Now these zone rush schemes with 2 backs, you can do a lot with that.
Again, Edwards, same play, looks like, and he's close to the first down marker and maybe just shy as Jerome Carter wrestled him down.
Yeah, if you watch them, a little bit of scuffling here, but if you watch this Coastal team, they'll do that. Once they get into tempo, they're not afraid to run the same play back to back or sometimes flip sides with it. So but they're doing it so fast, you don't have a chance to adjust.
3rd and a half a yard, and Hudson's the back, Nicely the lone back this time. Dominic Nicely, the freshman from Vienna, Virginia, Madison High School product. And give to Nicely, and he's going to be stood up. No, pushes through, and he has the first down and a little bit more.
Yeah, that second effort.
Good second effort as he was met by Jerome Carter.
Keep an eye out for Simpkins because he took that shot.
We've not seen him
last series, and I don't think he's been out since.
So again, Nicely remains the back, the freshman. There's 2 freshman running backs.
They have a stable here. I mean,
Dominic Nicely and Javon Edwards, both freshmen.
Jalen John, they're not afraid to dig into it.
Back to pass, Hudson. He's got time, loading up, going deep. Man just off his hands and incomplete. Almost had it. Was Washington. No, it wasn't Washington, the intended receiver. It was number 4, Bryson Graves. And he had a shot to get it.
He was the guy that was down.
That'll be the final play of this opening quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Old Dominion on top 10-0. Been a fast-moving first quarter here in Sunbelt action. Stick with us. You're watching Sunbelt football here on ESPN+. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium as we get ready for the start of the second quarter. Old Dominion on top by the score of 10-0. Jerome Carter been active here in the early going for the Monarchs. Safety. 6 tackles, 3 solo already, so off to a quick start.
And this is a defense that uses 3 high safeties. Now, a lot of teams will do that. They will use, 5 defensive backs, but one of them will be a nickel, and usually that's a cornerback. Monarchs will go with 3 safeties. Chanticleers do a lot of the same thing. So both of these teams, their offenses are kind of used to seeing it. It's a little awkward if you haven't seen it a lot, but both of these teams have seen it a lot.
So Coastal Carolina will have the ball with a 2nd and 10 at the Old Dominion 43-yard line. Once again, the Chanticleers do not score in the first quarter. They have yet to score in 5 games, Andy, in the first quarter of this season.
And there you see the 3 safeties lined up right in front of the 30-yard line. So it's a 3 high.
Under league rules, Old Dominion's headsets are down. Therefore, Coastal Carolina has to take theirs off.
So we got no headsets here. Our headsets work.
Yeah, ours are working.
I'm not offering them, but they do work. So 2nd and 10.
He's going to block the door to keep him from coming in.
Simpkins is back in the game. Play action to Simpkins, thrown out here to the near side, caught and turning upfield, and being pulled down quickly was Eli Aragon. And pick up about 7 yards. So 3rd and 3 coming up for Coastal Carolina.
I'm doing a much better job this drive of staying in front of the chains and not going backwards, because the penalty killed them on their other drive. This time they've been clean. A couple of completions for Hudson.
So 3rd down, the fans trying to turn up the volume here for Old Dominion. Coastal Carolina.
You might be looking at 4 down territory.
Yeah, I was about to say,
here.
might be thinking 4 down territory here. Monarchs coming up the line of scrimmage here with this defense.
Yeah, they're adjusting. Look at all those blue shirts down in the box.
Javen Simpkins taking the direct snap, and we got whistles, and we got a false start on the offense, so that's going to back them up. Was
false
3rd and
start,
manageable.
Left guard.
So they tried to go that wildcat
that's
again.
A 5
they did that
yard
earlier
penalty.
with Edwards.
Still 3rd down.
And this time do it to Simpkins, but the play never gets off.
That's a long time to hold for an offensive lineman. On 3rd down, the crowd's getting loud. Noise levels picking up, and they're changing plays back and forth, adjusting to what the Old Dominion defense is showing.
So 3rd and 8 now.
Yeah, that changes a lot.
Tad Hudson.
Now they're changing the tight end for another receiver.
Telling Aragon Cruz what to do. And again, it's Javen Simpkins, the back to his left. Aragon Cruz in motion. Going towards the far side of the field now, setting. Hudson back to pass. Over the middle's got a man. But he's going to be taken down. And we talked about Jerome Carter, and there he is making a play as he pulls down Jamison Tucker.
That was straight up man coverage. They may have had one guy back deep, but it's man across the board. They were sending pressure after Hudson. He did a good job of reading it, finding where he had to go with it, the shallow crosser. And this is going to be a 1st down, except for Carter chasing him down from behind.
Great play by Carter. So once again, we'll see the Australian punter, Emil Sebafunde.
Because he got him right at the line of scrimmage. If they'd have picked up 2, 3, 4 yards, they might go for it on 4th.
Sebafunde is going to send this one deep, and it's going to go into the end zone to be a touchback. No chance for Roche to return it. But good defensive play by Jerome Carter to get the Monarchs off the field on 3rd down and the football back. So we'll see the ODU offense once again. 10-0 lead, early part of the 2nd quarter. You're watching Sunbelt football here on ESPN+. Back here at SB Ballard Stadium, you hate to see that. Jacob Robinson earlier, Coastal Carolina carted off during one of the timeouts.
That was the last break. They came to the sidelines to pick him up. It's one of the safeties.
Yeah, I hate to see that. So a group that already suffered a few injuries. They've also have Zach Cody out tonight at corner, and now Jacob Carter out. We also saw Jamarian Wayne go out earlier, and I don't believe he has come back in the game either at this point. So Old Dominion's going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 20 with a 10-0 lead. 13:04 to go in this opening half. And the back is Hargrave in their first one. Wide open to Hargrave. Can he get through the end zone? And he does. The Monarchs. Contravian Hargrave from Colton Joseph, an easy pitch and catch for 6. 80-yard play.
Three-man front, the jump pass right over the middle, and nobody is home. Everything is spread out. Hargrave makes that catch. And hello, House. Yeah, this is Hargrave. I'm calling you.
His first touchdown of his Old Dominion career, and it's a big one, 80 yards.
That's the old jump pass. It's a Tim Tebow jump pass. Usually you see that on the goal line. That was not the goal line. Same result, though.
ODU ran that a lot last year with the tight end, but this year a little wrinkle with the running back, Catravian Hargrave. The transfer from Grambling makes an 80-yard house call and a pitch and catch. Riley Callahan has split the uprights. So a one-play, 80-yard drive for the Monarchs.
His first catch.
And his first catch and his first touchdown of his ODU career. And that makes it a 17-0 game. Monarchs in business here. 12:54 to go in this opening half. You're watching Sunbelt football here on ESPN+. Ballard Stadium just a moment ago. Catravian Hargrove, his first catch and his first touchdown of his Old Dominion career, which is an 80-yarder.
All right, look at this is the pre-play here. They got two receivers down at the bottom. There's another two up at the top. This is what they do to you. You see how spread out you have to be. There's nobody in the middle of the field. The two linebackers are kind of pressed up. You roll it, you watch Hargrove go through. There's nobody there. I mean, there's your other safeties at the top of the screen, a corner, but they were 30 yards away over by the sideline because the formations are so wide. And nobody saw him sneak through, and by the time they do, it's too late.
Travion Hargrove, his first reception of the season is an 80-yarder. That's Colton Joseph's longest pass of his college career as well.
That was an easy one. I could have thrown that one.
Riley Callahan getting ready to kick it off for the Monarchs. And the Chanticleers nicely straight ahead. He gets cut down at the 20. Really good tackle there by Lucas Struck on the coverage team.
Lucas Struck is a guy who has stepped up when they needed some extra depth. He's been a sort of a surprise find. They didn't expect, I mean, not that they expected him to be bad, but just being around as much as he has been, as early as he has been. Transfer from Iowa Western.
Well, 12:50 to go in this opening half. This feels like a really important drive for the visitors from
it is. Now
Conway.
They made some progress on that last drive. They just got stopped on the third down play. A great play by the safety, Jordan Carter.
Hudson gives it to Simpkins. Simpkins going to go straight ahead. Found himself a little running room as Seth Nawatala takes him down after a pickup of about 7. So good gain there on 1st and 10 for the Chanticleers offense.
It's good to see Simpkins back in there, too.
Simpkins stays in the game to the right of Hudson. And movement, Old Dominion's pointing at Coastal, and it is another false start.
False start.
Happened on the last drive, too. They
Number
had it to a
86.
third
That's
and
a 5-yard
short, and
penalty,
then had to get
still
backed up
second
to
down.
5 yards and ended up not converting.
The penalties are not helping them. This is an Old Dominion defense. I mean, everybody talks about the offense and how well they've been playing, but, I mean, this is a defense that is 28th in the country at points per game in defensive scoring. You want to know who they're tied with? It's Alabama.
It's a pretty good team to be tied with, yeah. Blake Seiler's unit has been off to a great start. So Dominic Nicely now the back with trips to the left of Hudson. Hudson back to pass under pressure, throws it across the middle, and it is caught. And a pickup of about 7 from Mega will bring up a third down and about 4 yards.
There's that toughness again. Jaleel Colbreth coming on a blitz, untouched. Hudson just stood right in there and delivered a strike with a linebacker breathing down his face mask.
3rd and 3 as the ball is marked at the 28-yard line of the Coastal Carolina offense, trying to convert here to keep this drive going. Hudson got time. He's drifting backwards, though, got no options. Now he's rolling to his right. He might have to run for it. He's going to try to get there, and he gets real close and knocked out of bounds by a couple Monarchs. And I think he does, in fact, have the first down and a little bit more. So big-time run by the quarterback to continue this drive.
Yeah, is there any reason they really like him? He's keeping his eyes up, and right about there he realizes this is going to be me. And he's going to drop the shoulder on Isles.
Isles dropped it on him too, but he was already 2 yards.
I mean, Hudson, he's not a small guy. He's 6'3", 226. I mean, it's not an easy thing to tackle on the open field.
Doesn't run a lot, but he is effective when he does. Give to Simpkins, going straight ahead. He is going to be wrestled down at the 39-yard line, so strong run there on 1st and 10 from Simpkins.
Monarchs firing blitzes on the edges, and they go right up the middle.
Brings up 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard gain.
Teams that like to run it, like the Chanticleers, like the Monarchs, really, you know, first down is important. First and second downs are the money downs because you don't want to get stuck in 3rd and long, so you have to win on 1st and 2nd. And that was a good start.
Hudson, 2nd and 4. Back to pass quickly out here on the near side. Caught and taken down is English. He loses yardage.
That's Carter again.
Carter is everywhere tonight. Jerome Carter.
That's what you don't want to do.
Carmelo English went backwards on that play, lost 5 yards. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 8 as instead of a short yardage situation.
Because you go from manageable to 3rd, and now we know you're going to pass. That's what this distance is.
So Simpkins again stays in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side of Hudson.
It looks like 2 safeties back there.
3rd down. Hudson's got time, throws over the middle. Man catches it. He's right on the marker. That should be just right there for the first down as the tight end, Brooks Johnson. And they're moving the chain, so big time throw and catch for the quarterback to his tight end.
See where he comes from. Just a little dig route up the seam and cuts it across right at the sticks. A couple of big catches for him today.
Steiger was in coverage there for the Monarchs. Kendra Steiger.
For a tight end on a safety.
And we got another false start, it looks like, on the offense.
Is that the 3rd false start?
3rd and the 2 on this drive
false
and 1
start,
on the last drive.
Offense, number 62. That's a 5-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
The one of them I'll give you a little bit of a pass on because it was loud and it was 3rd down and they were doing a lot of changes, but that one it wasn't even that loud. It was 1st down.
Nick Del Grande, the team's left tackle, one of the captains, is the guilty party. So 1st and 15 for Coastal Carolina after they convert the 1st down. Javon Edwards, the lone back with Hudson. Hudson back to pass. He's got time. He's loading up. He's got a deep shot, but nobody's down there except for a couple Monarchs, and it's picked off. Picked off by Easterly for Old Dominion. Mario Easterly, and they're going to get a flag, I think, on the return. Might be a face mask. I think the intended receiver might have pulled the face mask of Easterly, Jamison Tucker. And you see Mario Easterly telling the crowd about it for Old Dominion.
And it looked like they were going to have a little more pressure, but it was only a 3-man rush, and they dropped back into coverage. And I don't know what he thought he was seeing there, but that was just an
After the interception and during the return, personal foul, horse collar tackle, Coastal Carolina.
They get a horse collar.
That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down, ODU.
Tucker, the intended receiver, is being double covered, and he grabs the horse collar of Mario Easterly after the interception, so we get another look at it.
So it's only a 3-man rush, so he doesn't have to force this downfield because they had plenty back in coverage. I mean, that's just double coverage. You get corner on one side in Crutchfield. Easterly, the safety, playing center field over the top there. That's just a ball that you can't throw.
Mario Easterly, that is his 1st interception of the season. And Old Dominion's going to have really good field position at their own 29-yard line to start this drive. After the interception, Colton Joseph with Marki James to his left in the backfield. Play action, Joseph throwing far side and overthrowing the intended receiver, Trey Brown.
That's the worst throw he's made all night. That's fine because you throw it into the stands, it's safe.
There's no danger of anybody getting that one. So a 2nd and 10 for Old Dominion. Again, James stays to Joseph's left. Gives straight ahead to James. He's going to push forward. He's still moving. Look at James push that pile. He's getting a little help from some of his teammates close to the 1st down mark. It's a 9-yard pickup on 2nd and 10 for Marki James.
You're starting to see the depth here of this Old Dominion running back room. Got Roche, who's had a couple of plays.
3rd and 1, straight give. Making his man miss, and he gets it just to the marker and a little bit more. So 1st and 10 for Old Dominion. The drive continues at their own 40-yard line.
Traquan Jones, 9 carries, 44 yards for him. And obviously the big touchdown reception for Hargrove. And now Marki James is getting some run, and he's plowing ahead too.
For Mario Easterly, that was his first career interception as well. That got Old Dominion the football back. Play action, Joseph setting up. Going over the middle, he's got his man Gladding. Gladding's got some room, he's got the 35, and he's getting wrestled down to the 31-yard line. Another first down for Old Dominion as the Monarchs offense is really humming here in this first half.
He's attacking the zone right there. He settled down, didn't run himself into coverage.
James makes one man miss, gets it into the secondary, puts his hand down, but we got flags everywhere. It might be coming back after a pickup about 8.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a hold.
Yeah, it's going to be on Old Dominion.
Holding, 75 offense. That's a 10-yard penalty.
Skylar
Replay
Grant,
first down.
the left guard, is going to get called for the hold. So they'll back Old Dominion up after the big play.
At 75 on the left side. Hands outside the right there. When he starts to pull away, that's a pretty good hold.
That happens.
That's pretty textbook.
So 1st and 20 now. 7:10 to go in this opening half. Marki James stays in the backfield with Colton Joseph. Got trips to his right. Joseph looking to load up again. Now he scrambles, throws it over to James. James makes a man miss, gets the 10 yards back. Maybe 8. They're going to mark him down at the 34-yard line.
I think that may have been a shot play trying to go to Thomas, who was lined up at the bottom of the screen to the left, and the coverage was pretty good.
2nd and 12. Joseph again back to pass. Throws over middle, caught Ja'Cory Thomas. 1st and 10, Old Dominion.
Not that time. That time, that was just an RPO glance route. Good decision from Joseph, reading that he had man coverage on the outside. He's looking, see where his eyes are on that mesh point. They're not at the line, they're back at the safeties. And he pulls it out and realizes he's got man coverage, his guy's got inside leverage, and he pops it over the middle.
Marki James, the back with Colton Joseph, is their 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line of the Chanticleers. Play action, throws a slant, caught. Touchdown Monarchs as Gladding is in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight.
Same play, exact same play. That RPO glance, they just moved him to the other side of the field. He's reading the safety at the mesh point, pulls it, pops it over the middle on the glance, and Gladding does the rest. That's his 2nd time. He's a paint finder tonight into the end zone.
Naheem Abdul-Rahim Gladding was the leading receiver coming back after just catching 3 balls last year.
Hard to tell where it was quick, but you see where Joseph's eyes are at that mesh point. They're looking at the safety. They're not reading an end. Look at his eyes, right down on the safety. Realizes it's one-on-one. All he's got to do is get inside leverage.
Callahan on for the extra point. And he boots it through. So a 24-0 start for the home team tonight in their Sun Belt opener. Gladding's first career 2-touchdown game, and Old Dominion is flying out of the gates tonight. 6:05 to go in this opening half. You're watching Sun Belt football here on ESPN. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium, there's Shane Bruce, the defensive captain, talking to his defense after the Monarchs put up their 24th point of the night and are out racing here 24-0.
That's good, though. I mean, that's what you want. I mean, you don't want to see 24-0, but you want to see your captain, your middle linebacker, the defensive leader out there saying, look, we still are here. We got to get organized. Let's stop messing around. Let's get the communication straight, and let's go play some football.
So Old Dominion getting ready to kick it off again. It'll be Riley Callahan kicking it. Back deep for the Chanticleers is Malcolm Gilly. Callahan gets good footing, and it's going to go through the end zone, so no return for the Chanticleers, who needed to get something positive going here before the half. They do get the ball coming out of the halftime locker room because they did defer, but ODU's offense is just clicking here tonight. It looks like the middle of the field, Andy, has been the place that they've decided to exploit, and it's worked very well for them.
Well, that's what they want to do. I mean, they want to spread you out and then work that middle. Right now, I mean, it's both sides of the ball. It's blue and white, and it's just a tidal wave. It's just they got them against the ropes, and they're just throwing haymakers right now. Coastal has got to do something to get some kind of points on the board.
So Coastal Carolina will start this drive on their own 25-yard line. Tad Hudson, the quarterback. He's got two backs in the backfield with him. Javen Edwards and also Dominic Nicely, the two freshmen.
Total yards is 324 to 83.
Give is to Nicely here on the near side, and he gets cut down behind the line by Mack, but that's a late hit. I think they're going to get on Hayes. The corner came up a little high.
Jorian Hayes is either high or late.
Personal foul, targeting, 23 defense. The previous play is under further review.
Yeah, that's a shot that did not need to be taken.
Might be his night if this stays. We'll see. They're going to look at it. But again, you had him down already. As you said, you really don't need to go there. So we get hopefully get another look at it here to see if it is in fact targeting. And Mack comes up, tripping the man up. He's sliding down. That's tough because he's sliding down.
But it looked like the crown of the helmet.
Oh, it's the crown of the helmet. It doesn't really matter whether it's intentional or not. They're going to get you.
Look at it.
Yeah.
He's trying to cut and kind of loses his footing a little bit. He may not have made helmet to helmet. It might have been shoulder, but either way, shoulder to the head is still targeted.
Yeah, and again, the replay official will decide whether to uphold it.
I don't know that he's trying to go after the head, but he's kind of falling, sliding down at the same time. The rule is the rule. You can't go to the head.
It's a tough luck thing because, as you say, the player, the running back, Nicely is falling down, sliding down, and he's trying to go low on him, and then what ends up being low is the top of the player's shoulder and his head because he slips. So it's a tough part. I mean, it's always hard. It's very hard to be a defensive player.
It is
right now.
It really is
in football. And again, we understand why they're doing it. They're trying to keep it safe. But
this is probably the best shot.
Tough.
I mean, it looks like it might be the shoulder that he hits him with, but still shoulder to the head is.
And I guess like you're trying to look as the replay official when he's coming in, Haynes is coming in, where's the back? Is the back still standing upright, or is he already headed down when he commits to coming in? I think it's probably going to stay, and that'll probably be the end of Jorian Haynes' night. The
good news, if there is such a thing in this situation, is that it's still the first half, so he will be able to come back and start in the beginning of the game next week. The real good news is it nicely got up and seems to be all right.
After further review, the targeting is upheld with the crown of the helmet. Number 23 has been disqualified.
So that's a good point you bring up, Andy. So because of the rule, it's a first half penalty infraction. He's done for the night, so he's basically serving his punishment and will be available for the team's next game at Marshall.
They got the GPS trackers on him. They can take that off of him. But he will be able to stay on the sidelines. And there's Ricky Ronnie with his arm around him.
Again, you're talking about a reserve player. He's excited to get in the games, trying to come up and make sure the running back's on the ground and gets hit with that penalty. So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for Coastal Carolina. And Tad Hudson, play action. Hudson under pressure. He's going to try to get out of it. Fumble. Ball's loose. It's still on the turf. Who's going to get on it? I think the Monarchs have got it. And they do. What a big play is that. Lucas Struck. He has been everywhere here in this first half.
He's the one that forced that.
He forces the fumble and recovers the fumble.
Well, the Monarchs are all over them tonight. They were trying to take another deep shot. It looked kind of like a divide concept on the outside. Coverage was there. He's trying to buy time. He does not see him from behind. He goes right after the ball.
Struck
And then the scramble,
knocks it loose, and then on the scramble is able to find the football. So ODU is going to be in business in Coastal Carolina territory, 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
That Struck, or is that Forrest? That might be Forrest.
No, that's Jackson Forrest, 18.
Forrest. So 18
Jackson
and 19,
Forrest.
Yeah. The jersey folded over, so it's Jackson Forrest that gets it.
Strip and the fumble recovery.
He's one of the guys that they needed because, obviously, with Henderson retiring at the beginning of the season, 2 weeks in, Jason Henderson, the all-everything linebacker for this Monarch squad, with knee injury, retired from football, and then they had to turn to Koa Nawatala, who got injured right at the end of camp, and he hasn't been able to play at all. So you got Seth Nawatala, and then Jackson Forrest, the freshman, true freshman, has had to step up. He's been big for them.
Traquan Jones, the lone back with Colton Joseph, trips to his right. The near side receiver is Ja'Cory Thomas. After the big Jackson Forrest strip and recovery. Here comes Jones with a big hole, pushes towards that first down marker, and he's got an 11-yard pickup on 1st and 10.
These guys in the light blue are doing anything they want to right now. Both sides of the ball. This is a focused, motivated squad.
That was the first sack of Jackson Forrest's career as well. So Old Dominion 1st and 10, now at the 16-yard line. Right ahead. Joseph, play action. He's got his man open in the end zone, and it's Jones. Oh, incomplete. Took the shot there.
Oh, he fooled the lights.
I think he fooled the stadium, too, as there's a little premature celebration here.
That was
open.
Tricky. He was going to run that ball. He was taking off with it up the middle, and then Dante Lugan stepped up into the hole, so he pulls it back and realizes I can still throw this. And he just got away from him.
Jones couldn't come back all the way to get it.
You're lucky there was an illegal man downfield somehow on that.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 now for Old Dominion. Ball at the 16-yard line of Coastal Carolinas. Again, Traquan Jones, the back. Play action, Joseph going to go here near side to Thomas. Back shoulder throw, short and incomplete.
That's pretty good coverage there.
Yeah, really good coverage there.
Crowd wants a flag on that, but I think that was a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah, Muyong with the coverage does a nice job to not let Thomas get behind him. Miles Muyong. So we get another look at it.
There at the bottom. It's just straight up one-on-one. I mean, he's got his hands on him, but there's no altering his ability to come back to it. It's just where that ball was thrown.
So 3rd and 10 coming up for Old Dominion. This will be a big stop for Coastal if they could hold it. Back to pass. Joseph going towards the end zone again, high and incomplete. Just way outs over the head of the intended receiver, Gladding.
It's kind of the same look that they scored the touchdown on, but that time the coverage was there. They did not give up the inside leverage, and Joseph had to put that up high, and is too high.
So Riley Callahan will come on to attempt the field goal. Be a 34-yard attempt for Callahan.
That's a good job by this Coastal defense to come out and sudden change like that deep in your own territory and force at least a field goal attempt.
Callahan 0 for 1 from this distance on the season. Snaps there, hold is there, kick is up and hits the upright and goes through. Old Dominion living right tonight, 27-0. Callahan doinks it through.
Tell you what, when it's going your way, it's really going your way. That's about the distance that they had a dropped snap on last week that he had no chance on. This one, he made it exciting.
Hit that left upright and went through as we get another look at it.
He caught the very top of it, too.
He hit it really high, too.
And then it sneaks through.
That's the way he called it, right?
It's bar down. You want to see that in hockey season coming up.
So 4:40 left in this opening half. 4:48 in this opening half. Coastal Carolina will get the ball back and try to get some points on the board before halftime. They will get the ball coming out of the locker room as well.
Yeah, so ideally, you want to score here and eat up as much of this 4:48. I mean, it's a lot of time left, but right now I don't want to give the ball back to anybody in light blue jersey. I want to keep this in our hands as much as we can. It's a pretty good job by the defense, like I said, to come out that kind of sudden change that deep and force the field goal. You don't want to give up any more points, but it might be some kind of rallying cry because, we kept them out of the end zone.
Gilly is going to let it go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Be a 1st and 10 for the Chanticleers at their own 25-yard line, trailing in this one 27-0. Again, 4:48 to go in this opening half. Just got to get something positive if you're Coastal at this point, Andy. I mean, this team is every time it seems like they're making momentum, a penalty or obviously a turnover, now 2 turnovers these last couple drives.
336 yards of offense in the first half for Old Dominion. 71 for Coastal. Most of it has been through the air for Colton Joseph. 261 yards and 3 touchdowns on the first half.
Jalen John is the running back next to Tad Hudson. Start this drive. And a straight give, and he gets taken down in the backfield. Right there, he is leveled. So big-time play there by the ODU defense to start this drive as Keyshawn Thomas comes flying through.
That's another backup linebacker, or not backup, he rotates in there, but watch him on the right side, untouched. I think they were trying to run split inside zone. They were trying to get the tight end to come over there and pick him off on the backside, but he got there too fast.
2nd and 14 after the Keyshawn Thomas tackle for loss. Hudson back to pass, throws it, gets some of that back, but taken down quickly. Again, Thomas with the tackle for Old Dominion, and he is fired up after taking down Cameron Wright after a pickup of 3. So 3rd and 11 coming up, and what you just said could be coming to life here.
Yeah,
a lot of time left in this half if ODU gets the ball back, and they have all 3 timeouts.
Not a lot of missed tackles going on out there either. Everything Coastal has had to do, they've had to work really hard for it.
Hudson back to pass, rolling out. He's got pressure under. He's got to just throw it over the middle, and it's caught, but the man's going to be short of the first down, and that was a pickup from Eli Aragon Cruz that caught that ball, but he's going to be about 4 yards shy, and it looks like the punting unit will come out for Coastal Carolina.
Again, they were trying to take a shot.
Timeout.
Coverage
Old
was
Dominion.
there.
This is their first timeout of the half.
So 3:14 left in the half,
Please
and
reset
ODU's
the
going to
game
burn a
clock to
timeout.
3:18.
And, of course, they'll have 2 timeouts left
3:18.
plus the
Thank
2-minute
you.
timeout to try to tack onto this 27-0 lead.
Interesting timeout call. They may have had some kind of personnel issues. I mean, they have plenty of time left here. But again, Coastal trying to take a shot deep. The Monarchs had the coverage over the top. There's really nowhere to go with it. Hudson just stays alive as much as he can and just takes what he can get, dumps it off over the middle. And again, these guys are flying to the football tonight. This defense is swarming, and they're not missing many tackles.
Been a really strong performance from both sides of the ball tonight for the Monarchs. And you hear Ricky Ronnie mention a lot this year. He likes his team to play with some violence, and they have been doing that. So
like
Emil
coming after this.
Sebafunde in to punt. Low snap, he loses it. Oh, it's a fake. And no, going nowhere and stopped well shy of it. Oh, Coastal Carolina tried to pull the fake, and Mack was stopped way shy. ODU is going to have great field position in Coastal territory.
And there's a possibility that's why they took the timeout. There's a possibility they saw something on film or thought that this is a situation where he might try something, called a timeout and said, hey, be alert, and they were alert. A.J.
Ashworth, I believe, is the player that came up and made the stop for the Monarchs. So, yeah, they were not full. You know, you always figure a team that comes out of a bye, and he's going to come up with some wrinkles and try to do something a little different. And you can't blame Coastal Carolina for trying to make something happen here, and it wasn't a bad distance, but now
it's deep in your own territory.
It's deep in your own territory, and ODU already up 27-0 has got a chance to really break this thing open. Roche in the backfield next to Colton Joseph on his right. Butler's the up back. Play action Joseph looking to load up. Throws it over here to the near side. Caught. And that's going to be a first down by Gladding and a little bit more as they will have it first and goal to goal from the 10-yard line.
That route combination. Those guys switched places about 3 different times. He and Brown, they crossed over once, and then on the 7 route, they crossed again.
Joseph throws it again to Gladding. Gladding's pushing forward, dives to the end zone, reaches, touchdown, Monarchs! That's a hat trick for Naheem Abdul-Rahim Gladding.
He is finding that paint tonight. He would not be denied. Just a little hitch route. Popped it out there, one-on-one. He's going to carry an elephant on his back if he has to.
What a strong run after the catch. We get another look at it.
Just a quick hitch route. And he's doing everything he can to carry guys with him. You got to watch the defender there. May have tweaked something.
He had both his hands on that football.
Dre Peaton, he got up and made his way off, but got to watch that leg.
They've already got some injuries in the secondary tonight. That's the last thing Coastal needs here. So Riley Callahan on for the extra point. 33-0 Old Dominion here with 2:48 to go in this opening half. Callahan splits the uprights, so 34-0. And what a statement from the Monarchs coming out here in their Sun Belt opener, taking it to Coastal Carolina.
But that right there, that energy, the tenaciousness is, why I might not have gone for the fake punt that deep in your own territory. I know you got to try something. And the down and distance, the distance wasn't too bad, but I don't know if I want to give the ball to them that close.
Colton Joseph with that touchdown pass has 4 in the night, which ties his career high. We still got a lot of football to play here as well.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be in this game if they keep this up.
So that capped off a 2-play, 28-yard drive that took just 28 seconds after the failed fake punt. So you got 2 turnovers tonight by Coastal Carolina. That's kind of a turnover as well, Andy. It's almost like 3 turnovers.
It's a turnover on downs. But then again, the other side of that for Tim Beck, it doesn't seem to matter where you give them the ball. They've been carving through everything tonight.
So Coastal Carolina has all 3 timeouts. 2:48 to go in this opening half. And it's been all Old Dominion. Coming out of the end zone with the return. That's Gilly. Gilly's got a little space. He gets cut up and under at the 25. They'll give him the 25 where that is where the drive will start.
It's Ashworth on the tackle. He just got done making a tackle on a fake punt, and he comes right back on special teams and makes another tackle. Because it looked like he had a seam there for a second.
He did, and then it closed quickly. But Gilly was aggressive with that. If you're Coastal, you just need something positive on this first down play, and obviously can't see the yellow handkerchiefs slowing you down either, which has been part of the problem here for them tonight as well. Tad Hudson will have Simpkins in the backfield with him. Javen Simpkins to his right. Also Trips to his right.
K-pop music going on in here now. He had everything.
But you know in K-pop.
Well, I have a daughter. So.
Simpkins straight ahead. Gets stacked up and spun down. Maybe a 4-yard pickup. Really good defense. Lynch is in there. Mack is in there for the Monarchs. Colbreth.
Let's just say I've seen that particular film once or twice.
Whether you wanted to or not, huh?
Exactly. And there goes Simpkins again, limping off.
Yeah, he got spun around funny. So Dominic Nicely will come back in. And yeah, Simpkins is taking some hits tonight, and that time he's got it on the lower end.
We expected, Old Dominion was heavily favored in this, but I don't think anybody expected this. This is just a boat race in the first half.
2-minute timeout.
That gets us to the 2-minute timeout. I'm sure Coastal will be happy to get in the locker room at this point, but it'll be a second and 6 at the 4-yard pickup after we come back from the timeout. It is all Old Dominion here in their Sun Belt opener. You're watching back inside SB Ballard Stadium. Watching Sun Belt football here on ESPN Plus. Scott Jackson, Andy Mashaw, and it has been all Old Dominion here in this opening half. 34-0. We're at the 2-minute timeout. Coastal Carolina with a 2nd and 6 coming up. Tad Johnson out of the shotgun. Gives straight ahead to Nicely, who's going to get stacked up and pulled down. Be interesting to see if ODU burns a timeout. They've got 2 of them as Colbreth gets him. They're about a yard shy, and yes, Ricky Ronnie does come and burn a timeout. So 3rd and 1, he's going to make him earn it here.
ODU, that's their 2nd timeout of the half. It'll be 30-second
He's looking
timeout.
for some records in the first half here.
Please reset the game clock.
Colton Joseph's got 289 yards and 4 touchdowns in this opening half for Old Dominion.
Like you said before the break, 4 touchdowns ties his career high, and he did it in less than a half.
Yeah, this Monarch team is rolling. If you're just joining us,
he's going to be upset because he's down to 67% completions now.
Naheem Abdul-Rahim Gladding for Old Dominion, their leading receiver tonight. 6 catches, 88 yards, and 3 touchdowns. All career highs for him.
They have 2 receivers with 80-plus yards because Brown's got 3 for 85 as well. And, of course, Hargrove's 80-yarder on the little jump pass over the middle for the touchdown. And just sneak it in there, by the way, Jones has 10 carries for 61 yards, so he's on pace for a 100-yard night. I mean, assuming they keep everybody in.
364 total yards for Old Dominion, just 83 for Coastal Carolina, and they need a yard here to continue this drive or have to punt it to Old Dominion before half. Dominic nicely the back. Hudson back to pass, got some time here on the near side. Almost picked off. Big defensive play by Steiger, Nakendre Steiger. He's jumping up. He had a shot at that ball.
There's no room there. I mean, he was all over there. There's nowhere to fit a football in between him and the receiver. Watch him down at the bottom on the out route right there. He's all over it. And he did not have a hand on the backside. A lot of times you'll see that, and they get flagged for that, but that looked pretty clean.
Kind of stared down the receiver, too, so on to punt and back to receive is Devin Roche, but once again the Australian punter Emil Sibafunde, who last time out they faked it, this time under duress, kicks it low, but it's got a good bounce for Coastal, and it'll settle around the 27, make it 26 before it's touchdown with 1:38 to go in this opening half. Old Dominion does have a timeout, so you got to imagine the Monarchs, they burned a timeout to get the ball back, Andy. They're going to be aggressive and try to add to this 34-point tally here.
So they almost had that one blocked. I didn't see anybody signal a tip, so he just got that out of there as quickly as he could. That would have been back-to-back punt team disasters for Coastal if that had gotten touched.
Joseph's going to have Markai James joining him in the backfield. And 2 receivers on each side. Coastal Carolina will get the football coming out of the locker room as they deferred tonight. James straight ahead, lowers his shoulder, and he's going to get stacked up around the 29-yard line. So minimal pickup on 1st and 10 of 3 yards. But ODU is going to get quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
These are RPOs, so it's not like they're just running it to run it. It's run based on what the defense gives you.
Empty backfield this time. Joseph going to step up in the pocket, throws it here near side, caught and out of bounds as the receiver is Gladding, and that'll be enough for a first down, and it'll stop the clock as well.
Gladding's just everywhere. But that's one that Joseph in the past would have just pulled it down and taken off with it. Now he's keeping his eyes downfield.
13 yards for Gladding, so he's over 100 tonight already in this first half. Markai James to the left of Joseph. In this 1st and 10, Old Dominion has the ball at their own 42. Joseph looking to load up. Across the middle and through the hands of the intended receiver, Trey Brown III. Incomplete.
Had 2 dig routes working across, like towards each other that time. And he just had to wait for that hole, and he just fired a little bit too high. That one had some heat on it, too.
He did have some heat on that ball. He snuck up on Brown a little bit.
He crossed 300 yards on that last completion to Gladding.
So Gladding over 100, Colton Joseph over 300 in this one with the 4 touchdowns already. So 1:10 to go. Joseph back to pass. Dumps it off. Oh, almost picked off. It almost went into Gladding's hand after the tip. It was tipped to look like by Burton. Or Bruce, excuse me. Bruce, I think, came up.
Muyung had a shot at it.
A few people had their chances, but incomplete. So 3rd down and 10 coming up for Old Dominion. So get another look at it here.
Through about 3 different hands. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3.
There's a bunch of
it almost
white
goes to Gladding again. If Gladding makes that catch, you know something's up tonight.
Avon Jones also was close to the football there. So Roche's the back with 1:04 to go in 3rd and 10. Now Roche leaves the backfield in motion. Joseph back to pass. Pressure. He's going to get sacked and taken down at about a 1-yard loss, so he's unable to escape the sack, and that was a good defensive stop there by Coastal Carolina.
Zeke Campbell again. He made a couple of good plays on their initial possession, but has been quiet since.
So 4th and 11 coming up. Old Dominion's offense is staying on the field. I don't think they're probably going to run a play. Probably run it down,
let
let
this
the clock
play
run down.
Go all the way down. They may take a delay, or they may use the last timeout.
Yeah, they could always use their last timeout, as you mentioned, because they have 1 left. They could get the game clock down to about 17 without taking a delay if they burn the timeout. And they're going to burn it at 18 seconds, or 19 seconds, make that.
Timeout, Old Dominion.
Joseph talking to
That's
the
their third
offensive coordinator.
Final timeout of the half. 30 seconds in late.
Kevin Decker.
So Old Dominion going to punt it away. Coming up at halftime, we will hear Andy's conversation with Botros Alessandro, Old Dominion cornerback, former Purdue Boilermaker who transferred here in the offseason.
He's about the only defensive name we haven't called tonight.
He might. Yeah, they're not testing. I think early in the game.
If you're a corner, you don't want your name called.
Right.
If nobody notices your name as a cornerback, it means you probably had a pretty good night.
So Ian Brandt coming out.
Says.
And I don't think we've talked about Ian Brandt tonight either.
34-0. Joseph's over there looking at the iPad, looking at what the coverage options were on that sack, where he maybe had a chance to get rid of it and didn't, or could have run it and didn't.
Ian Brandt averaging 44 yards per punt this year. So you get it away, no pressure on him. Big spiraling punt is going to go out of bounds. Looks like around the 24. We'll see where the officials end up stopping. Yeah, 25-yard line. So Coastal Carolina, 12 seconds to go, and imagine they're not going to try to do much here. They do have the ball coming out of the half.
You'd expect a bunch of deep defensive guys playing whale back. Sort of a prevent, although they're coming out pretty level. Their normal 3 high look, and they are. Right behind the 35-yard line, all 3 of them.
And it's a handoff straight ahead. Pretty good hole, but chopped down was Jalen John. Before he get going, speaking of Botros Alessandro, he makes the tackle.
There you go.
So that'll get us to the half. You'll hear from Botros Alessandro with Andy Mishaw. Plus, we'll have stats, we'll have highlights, and we've had quite a first half from the home team.
That's the end of the first half.
Old Dominion 34-0 at the break in their Sun Belt opener. Stick with us. We got more football after the halftime festivities here. Sunbelt football on ESPN+. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium. Scott Jackson and Andy Mishaw here with you at the half, where Old Dominion came out roaring tonight. The Monarchs up 34-0 at the half in their Sunbelt opener against Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina coming off this bye week, Andy. You thought maybe they'd be up for a big game tonight, but it has been the Monarchs. We look at the early highlights. A big deep shot here from Colton Joseph to Trey Brown III.
Yeah, it's ice cream and cake keeps going. It was a lot of cake for the Monarchs. Right off the bat, that first play, first possession to Brown sets up the touchdown to Gladding. There's going to be a lot of 7 in this highlight. 7 is in the number 7 and is in points on the board. The jump pass over the middle, and Hargrove just by himself. Jump pass, usually you see it on the end zone. Now it's in the end zone, but it started from a lot further out that time. And then this one, I'm not sure whether he was trying to just press or saw something that we didn't see, but Hudson just launches one in Easterly playing center field, comes down with the interception, and then right back at it. This one, the RPO, the glance. First time they find it, the Gladding, or to Thomas. Second time they find it, the Gladding, and it's in the end zone for the touchdown. Same play back-to-back. They ran it to opposite sides, and another 7 points on the board, and they weren't done yet, because why not? You get a punt block or a punt stop, a fake punt stop. Let's go right back to Gladding, and he's carrying guys into the end zone. It's all Old Dominion in that first half.
Gladding with 3 touchdowns. Look at the total yards, 302 passing yards for the Monarchs, 77 on the ground, and Old Dominion in this game with their largest lead against an BS opponent ever at the half of 34-0. They did lead Hampton in 2021, 34-0 at the half, but obviously an FCS opponent there.
Yeah, 379 to 91 in total offense. 41 plays for Old Dominion, 35 for Coastal.
For Colton Joseph, that is his third career 300-plus yard game. So we're getting ready to kick it off here in the second half, and the Chanticleers will get it first as Nathaniel Eichner will kick it off for Old Dominion this time. Number 93 back to receive. For Coastal Carolina, it's going to be Malcolm Gilley. Just need to get some positive momentum if you're the Chanticleers here, and it's a short kick, and that's actually going to go to Jones instead, Edwards rather. Javon Edwards, and he's going to get the ball about the 27-yard line where this drive will start for Coastal Carolina, down 34-0.
Yeah, so at this point, if you're Tim Beck over there, you're like this. You just play for each other right now. Don't worry about what the scoreboard says. You can't get a 34-point play. So you play for each other. You play for the pride. You play, and you just play hard because that's what you do when you play football.
So Tad Hudson comes out of the locker room trying to get some positive momentum here for this offense. A couple turnovers have hurt, a fake punt in their own end that did not work, and penalties have also been part of the story here tonight for Coastal Carolina in some inopportune times. Back to pass. Hudson throws far side, and that's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Carmelo English.
I mean, you can't really change your offense but so much here. Like I said, there's no 34-point play. So you can't get it all back. You just run your offense, get some momentum, get some first downs, put some good things on tape. Who knows? You get a couple of turnovers, some bad breaks.
Javen Simpkins remains a lone back. And it's going to be a keeper for Hudson. He dives forward to about the 31-yard line, or just shy of the 31.
Oh, no, he's not getting
up.
He
is, see if he gets up. He took a big pop there.
Guess who? That's Carter again.
Jerome Carter has been fantastic tonight.
He's a little slow getting up, but he's up. That's good to see. They
Tough
were
kid.
blitzing, crashing in on the outside edges. Jeremy Mack, watch him fire it in from the outside. There's no choice but to pull that. I mean, he was tackling the running back as he was pulling it out.
So Hudson here, crowd starting to get into it. They've come back for more here in the second half. Empty backfield. Tight end goes in motion. Brooks Johnson back to pass Hudson. Throw near side, almost picked off, incomplete, as the Jeremy Mack, who picked one off last week against Liberty in the rain, that came up on him pretty quick.
Yeah, he never saw Mack. He was looking at that slant, and Mack was kind of playing off a little bit underneath. I don't think he ever saw him.
Like all of a sudden the ball was on top of Mack. You saw it. I mean, he tried to drill it in there. I think it was Mega was the intended receiver, but a quick 3 and out, not the thing you wanted if you were Coastal Carolina, as they are now forced to punt again. And Devin Roche back to receive for the Monarchs as Emil Sebafunde again out here, the Australian punter. Boy, that's a spirally punt, deep one. Roche takes to the 18, up past the 20, 25, 30. Breaks through a tackle, still on his feet, trying to get outside, and gets wrestled down to the 33-yard line. But a good return from Devin Roche, and some words afterwards as Johnson make that Brown is up talking to some Monarchs.
That thing was a bullet. It was a low-launched bullet.
We got a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is as the officials are huddling up. It's post-play here.
Illegal formation, defense. Someone was lined up over the snapper.
So Old Dominion gets hit with the penalty for being lined up over the snapper. So will that back them up, or will they re-kick?
We'll replay fourth down
They will
after
re-kick.
the 5-yard penalty enforcement.
So a 5-yard penalty.
That's going to move them dangerously close to thinking about this on fourth down.
Correction. Coastal has chosen to decline the penalty.
So Coastal Carolina will decline it instead of covering another punt.
That's a 54-yard punt. So, I mean, it's a pretty good kick.
Yeah, it was a really good kick. And the officials now seem to be trying to figure out where to spot this thing. ODU got it up to about the 35-yard line with Roche's return. So 1st and 10 Monarchs at their own 35-yard line. And Colton Joseph is still in the game for the Monarchs. Again, a lot of football to be played. You got 2 full quarters here, so you can understand probably they want to come out here and maybe establish some more. And
yeah, you just want to keep these guys focused and let them make the adjustments at halftime. Let them roll with that. Another score or two, and I think we might start seeing some of this roster depth.
Good run there from Trayvon Jones, and he's able to get it. Traquan Jones is able to get it close to the first down marker. That's about an 8-yard pickup from Traquan Jones at 1st and 10, although he's still on the ground.
Officials timeout.
And that's the risk. Pointing to his abdomen, so hopefully you think it's just he got the wind knocked out of him.
So we'll take a timeout as well as they tend to Traquan Jones, the Old Dominion running back, for an 8-yard pickup as he's getting up. We'll take a break. Old Dominion in control here. You're watching Sunbelt football here on ESPN+. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium, here's Traquan Jones, first down run. He picks up 8 yards at the end of the play. Got the wind knocked out of him, I think, as he was on the ground for a while, holding, obviously, his abdomen, but he was able to walk off on his own. So that's a good sign for the Monarchs. But Devin Roche now comes in the game, and we'll replace him here on a 2nd and 2 as ODU in control here, 34-0. Scott Jackson, Andy Mashaw here. It's the Monarchs opener in the Sun Belt. Here comes Roche. He's got the first down and a little bit more as he gets it out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some more of this Monarch ground game here in the second half. I mean, not that Joseph needs anymore. 302 yards, 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Giving in to Roche, picking his way up towards the line of scrimmage, gets it to the 45-yard line. So gain of 3, brings up 2nd and 7. ODU quickly back on the football. They're keeping this tempo going. This time, Joseph throws it here near side over the head of his intended receiver, Ja'Cory Thomas, incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Roche had a big hole there. He's pointing to his own chest and saying maybe I should have, I don't know if he's the one that makes that decision, but, or maybe he should have broke that off in a route maybe.
Now Roche goes in motion, leaving the backfield. Joseph is going to keep it. He's got the first down, a little bit more. Passes the 40, 30, still on his feet. He could go to the house. Colton Joseph, touchdown run, Old Dominion as they continue the onslaught. 50-yard touchdown run, Colton Joseph.
I think they thought he was going to slide. I think Coastal, couple of defenders thought he was going to slide down around the 25, 30-yard line, and he just put on the gas and ran faster. Now this is a design play. They go empty backfield, the little fake out to the flare route. And right there, I thought he was going to slide down, but nope. He just kept on going.
50-yard touchdown run for Colton Joseph, who already has thrown 4 touchdown passes in the football game and gets his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
I think they kind of took a bad angle a little bit, thinking he might be thinking about sliding. He's faster in the open field than you think, but
Callahan drills the extra point.
Dropped the brick on the accelerator and kept on going.
41-0 here in the early 3rd quarter. 12:50 to go here in this 3rd. Old Dominion rolling in their Sun Belt opener over Coastal Carolina. You're watching college football here on ESPN+. Get all of ESPN college football all in one place with the all-new ESPN app. Unlock the ESPN Unlimited plan or log in with your TV provider. It has been all Old Dominion here, up 41-0 in this Sun Belt opener for the Monarchs. Of course, last week or 2 weeks ago, Coastal Carolina had their Sun Belt opener on the road, a win over South Alabama. But the Monarchs are just rolling. I mean, they've off to the best start since 2014. Get to 4-1 will be their best start since 2012. And a team that lived in the close margins for 2 seasons, Andy, where they were in 21-score games over the last 2 years. They have yet to be close to one of those this year.
Yeah. Closest they had was the 13-point loss at Indiana, who's now in the top 10. Put up 63 2 weeks ago against Illinois, who were a ranked team. Still ranked somehow, Illinois is.
Mikhail Yakovlev was the kicker for the Monarchs that time as they've rotated in their kicking depth here tonight.
They're getting tired. There's a lot of
through the end zone. Yeah, you need this for the kickers. You got to load manage these guys. So we'll see this Coastal Carolina offense that really just been stuck in neutral here tonight. Only been across the 50-yard line once.
And it feels like they're, to borrow the phrase from Wesley Snipes, it feels like they're ice skating uphill.
Yeah.
And they're making some bad decisions, but, every play they are having to go through 2 or 3 guys. The coverage is there, and the tackles are being made. It feels like there's almost an extra guy on the field on defense.
Dominic Nicely, the back next to Tad Hudson, the quarterback. Give to Nicely, go left side. He's going to get taken down by Jackson Forrest, who had a sack and a forced fumble earlier tonight in his own recovery. So a no gainer, thanks to Forrest tackle, the freshman from Concord, North Carolina. Get a lot of playing time this year with all the injuries at the linebacker position and playing well.
ODU back in coverage now.
Hudson's going to run it himself. There's a hold. Probably coming back. He slides after getting the first down. So nice run by Hudson, probably for naught. We'll see what the call is.
Holding, 57 offense. That's a 10-yard penalty. We'll replay second down.
I'm not sure you had to do that either because that was set up nicely. The Monarchs were back in coverage, and that's a designed quarterback draw. There wasn't a whole lot of traffic in the box.
I think he took Lynch down to the ground, was holding on to him. Lynch came up telling the official, but they saw it and already thrown the flag. So now that'll bring up what would have been a 1st and 10. Now 2nd and 19 for Coastal Carolina. Ball spotted at their 16-yard line. Hudson out of the shotgun, back to pass. He's got time, throws it here near side. Almost picked off. Oh, through the hands of who else? Jeremy Mack. He is everywhere.
If it's not 12, it's been 4. It's one of those two.
Jeremy Mack's having a heck of a season. He had a pick last week. Let's take another look here. The linebacker in coverage.
And this is all coverage. It's zone. They're dropping back because they know they got to throw it on 2nd and forever after the holding penalty.
3rd and 19 now for Coastal Carolina. The ball spotted 16-yard line. Nicely the back. Actually make that Edwards the back now. Back to pass. Hudson is going to dump it off to his check down, and his check down is going to get taken down to the 21-yard line. Edwards, so Javon Edwards be able to get a little bit of it back, but that's going to bring on the punting unit.
That's about all you can do is dump it off there. They had 8, 9 guys back, and then they just swarmed to the football to make the tackle.
So once again, we'll see the Coastal punter from Melbourne, Australia, Emil Sebafunde. And back to receive for the Monarchs is going to be Devin Roche standing at his own 35-yard line.
Interesting to see if Joseph comes back out.
ODU coming after the punt. And there's flags everywhere. We'll see what the call is. Ball is going to check up at the ODU 42-yard line where it's going to be down by the Coastal coverage team as Waynes puts it down there. Let's see what these flags are. They're going to have a false start on the offense, or excuse me, on the punt team.
Illegal formation, more than 4 players in the backfield. That penalty will be enforced at the dead ball spot, first down.
So an illegal formation is the call, and Coastal Carolina will have that tacked on against them. The ODU had already had the ball at the 42, so now they'll march off 5 more yards. So great field position for Colton Joseph in the offense. The 1st and 10 at the 47 for the Monarchs, and it is still Colton Joseph out there. Also Traquan Jones in the backfield. He's back after leaving briefly after maybe getting the wind knocked out of him.
6 penalties now, 50 yards for Coastal.
Joseph's going to keep it again. Last time he kept it, he went for a touchdown. This time he slides out of bounds after A pickup of about 6 yards on 1st and 10. So 2nd and 4 for ODU. The clock's moving.
You'd rather not have him keep it, but he's reading the keys. I mean, it's, if it's there, if the read is to pull it, then he's going to have to pull it. But you do want him sliding like that.
2nd and 4. And Jones stays in the backfield. And the give to Jones. He's got the first down a little bit more as he spins down towards the 41-yard line. Bruce is in there also on the tackle for the Chanticleers.
Averaging close to 6 yards of rush.
Back to pass, Joseph looking to load up. Going over the middle, he's got Thomas and overthrows him incomplete. Was taking a shot there. Just a little too much heat on that one.
Again, he saw the coverage. It's essentially one-on-ones out there. And you see that, you just take a shot. Put it up for your big wideouts, your 6'3" guy, and let him go get it.
So 2nd and 10 for ODU from the 40-yard line of Coastal Carolinas.
We featured Thomas at the beginning of this game because he came off a great game against Liberty. He had a couple of touchdowns, 100-yard game. And tonight, it's Gladding who's lighting it up.
See the depth of this skill position groups of this team. Jones, no, it's going to be Joseph keeping it. He's got the 45. He's going to get the first down marker right at the 30-yard line of Coastal Carolinas. A nice 11-yard pickup for Colton Joseph. Moves the chains for the Monarchs.
It's
making
the
it look
speed,
easy,
man. He's got the quickness. When he gets into open space, he will eat up yards in a hurry.
Suddenly, he's racking up the rushing yards. Colton Joseph now up to 65. Of course, he got 50 on that touchdown run. So ODU 1st and 10 to the 30. Coastal Carolinas. The 41-0 lead. Give to Jones. Going to pick his way inside the 30, make it to 26. Will get marked down. Yeah, the Old Dominion lineman, I think that's Joyce who got his helmet knocked off. Grant's right. Scarlett Grant got his helmet knocked off.
Now he's saying, well, I didn't take it off myself, so.
He's got to leave the game because the helmet comes off. So Scarlett Grant's going to come out. The left guard. And that'll get Elijah Hoskin in there to play guard on this play next to Zach Barlove.
And they just continue to carve through here. Not a whole lot of resistance going on.
So it was a 3-yard pickup for Jones. 2nd and 7. Joseph give to Jones. There's flags in the play. Big run for Jones. He's going to get the touchdown, but will it come back is the question, or was it an offside? We'll find out.
It's going to be probably
illegal formation. Offense.
Yep,
more than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 2nd down.
The one mistake ODU's offense has made tonight.
They didn't give a number, but it might have been on a tackle. Let's take a look pre-snap. If they're going to get anybody, I think it's on the top, that tackle, which I think is DeBose Bourne. But it was thrown on the bottom of the screen on the left side.
Yeah,
so
it was.
Maybe it wasn't the tackle. Somebody was supposed to be on the line that wasn't. Usually it's a receiver.
So we'll take another crack at it here now, but 2nd and 12.
I had a couple of those. I'm well aware of the rules.
Traquan Jones, the back. Again, Joseph quickly throws it out to Johnson, the tight end, who's going to lower his shoulder, get about 5 yards on the play. So Dawson Johnson picks up about 5. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7. That'll make it 3rd and 8 for Old Dominion, just 4-yard pickup.
They're moving quick still.
Joseph back to pass on the 3rd and 8. Here near side, caught. Excellent hands by Ja'Cory Thomas. 1st and 10 Monarchs at the 18-yard line of Coastal Carolinas.
That's just next level right there. That throw and that catch, I don't know how you defend that. I mean, they were there. Joseph just put that on a dart in the only little space that he could, and Thomas just snatches it out of the air like it's a loaf of bread.
Phil Joseph's got some blood on his left hand, it looks like. Keeps wiping it, and you see it on his pants there, too. That last shot. And on his towel now. Give to Jones. Jones makes a man miss into the secondary, diving down towards the 5-yard line, make it the 6 they'll give him, and that's a 1st and 10. Big run by Traquan Jones. Bursting through that hole.
And here they go empty again. I'd have my antennas up for Joseph running it. Look at all that space in the middle.
Maybe that little pop pass again, we'll see. No, instead Joseph keeps it, and he's going to get taken down at the 3-yard line. Now they're going to put it back at the 4, so just a pickup of 2 there. 2nd and goal, the goal for the Monarchs. Joseph's still dealing with that bleeding hand. He keeps wiping it on his towel.
I understand the setup and, the mentality here. You don't let up. But I don't know about calling a quarterback draw up 41-0 with
bleeding quarterback?
With that quarterback who has been playing his lights out.
It's probably
all
could
year,
be it for
tonight.
him tonight, too. This drive, this might be the end of it. We'll see. Again, Traquan Jones the back. Joseph throwing towards the end zone. He's got Thomas, and he overthrows him, incomplete. So a little too much on the fade.
Yeah.
So 3rd and goal to goal coming up.
That's the matchup that you want, though. You want that one-on-one and a race to the back pylon. He just didn't put enough air under that one.
Devin Rocher comes into the game. There's the running back.
They got some height out there, too, because T.J. Johnson just checked in. So you got one 6'3" receiver. You got 2 6'3" receivers, both of them on the same side of the formation here.
And Brown's 6'2" on the
right
other
side
of the formation. So you're right, they do have some size. And, of course, Dawson.
And then Johnson, yeah,
6'3"
he's also
as well.
6'3".
Yeah, there's a lot of size, and we got a timeout. Ricky Ronnie wants to burn a timeout.
And the play clock was running down on him.
You don't want to go backwards, so trying to – got to keep working. I mean, big lead, but you still want to execute if you're the Monarchs because, obviously, this is just game 1 of a long season in the Sun Belt. Been a good start for ODU in their opener. Rolling against Coastal. You're watching Sun Belt football here on ESPN+. Goal coming up here for Old Dominion, leading this one 41-0, 7:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Scott Jackson, Andy Michaud here with you. It is the Monarchs Sun Belt opener. Coastal Carolina coming off the bye week after beating South Alabama in their opener, and it has been a unstoppable machine tonight from the home team. Joseph out of the shotgun, back to pass. Going to throw it over the middle, got a man, through the hands and incomplete. Ball's dropped, and that was Butler, I believe, the tight end that had a shot at the 6 there, but unable to pull it in. So Jalen Butler and Colton Joseph cannot connect, and it'll bring on the field goal unit.
Yeah, it's kind of what they were looking for. They spread them out a little bit. Some large receivers out there, some tall receivers. Looking for the ISO, and they got them one-on-one matchup, and Joseph kind of put it up high for his tall receiver to get it. And he just couldn't pull it in.
So a short field goal coming up for Riley Callahan. It'll be a 21-yard attempt. The player jumped offside. It looked like for Coastal, but the kick is good. So Callahan converts again. It's perfect on the night. And that makes it 44-0. We'll let the officials sort this out. It is offside on Coastal Carolina.
I mean, the only thing is that might put it on the 1, but
4th and 1.
Yeah. Offside, number 8, defense. That penalty's been declined. Field goal is good.
I wouldn't think he'd take that.
So, Old Dominion on the night, Andy, 504 total yards. Coastal Carolina has just 100. 22 first downs to 6 as well for Old Dominion in this football game. Colton Joseph, 17 of 30, 315 yards and 4 touchdown passes to go along with 66 yards rushing and a 50-yard touchdown run.
I mean, there's no other way to put it. This is just an old outhouse beatdown right now.
Coastal Carolina's only had the ball in Old Dominion territory 1 drive, 2 here this evening. So getting ready to kick it off will be the Monarchs. Mikhail Yakovlev again, the kickoff man for ODU, the right-footed boot, end over end, and ready to take it out of the end zone is Malcolm Gilly. Gilly gets hit at the 14-yard line, driven back. They'll give him the 15 forward progress, but once again, some excellent coverage from the Old Dominion special teams unit.
Yeah, it's not just the offense. It's not just the defense. It's the special teams, too. But again, you're out there. You're playing for each other if you're Coastal right now. You're playing for the guy who's lining up beside you. You're playing for the defense who's trying to catch their breath on the sidelines if you're on offense.
You know, there's some players, some depth players getting opportunities here tonight for Old Dominion. You know those guys aren't going to let up. They want to put some good stuff on tape. Let their coaches know that they are ready when called upon.
Yeah, it's about the time to break into the rosters here.
Simpkins straight ahead. Going to push forward, man miss. Coming here to the near side, pushes the big stiff arm there. Good run before he's wrestled out of bounds by Thomas.
And he's still limping a little bit, but
still fighting.
Still fighting, yeah.
He's the all-purpose yards leader for Coastal Carolina this season through the first 4 games. Nice pickup there on 1st and 10. So the chains move. Hudson again giving it to Simpkins. Simpkins straight ahead, dives forward, past the 30, gets to the 31-yard line. So another good run from the junior running back out of Miami, Florida. Jabin Simpkins. He's going to go out now. As you said, he is kind of running a little bit gingerly, too, as he heads to the sidelines.
Yeah, I think he hurt. He got popped early in the first quarter and then got twisted around earlier in the third, I think.
Javen Edwards now, the back to the right of Ted Hudson. Give to Edwards, and he gets cut down in the backfield by his own man. I think it was ran in there. Forbes is going to jump up and celebrate, but I think it was his own tight end that took him down.
Got his legs tangled up.
Maybe Forbes blew up the play. That's what happened. Forbes actually did make the play because he knocked the tight end, Humes, into him. Josh Humes got blown up by Chris Forbes, big number 90 for Old Dominion, the redshirt freshman at Upper Marlboro, Maryland, Bullis High School product. So that's a 3rd down coming up in 7. Not the down and distance you want to Tad Hudson. Back to pass, Hudson. Nice catch, sliding catch, and there's a flag on the back end of this play. We'll see. No, there's not. Take that back, no flag. But a nice throw and catch to Aragon Cruz, Eli Aragon Cruz, with a nice sliding catch to move the chains. Quickly again to Aragon Cruz, who gets through 1 tackle, gets it across the 50 to the 49 of the Monarchs. So Coastal Carolina for just the 2nd time tonight in Old Dominion territory.
It's Justin Watts flying up there. He almost blew that up trying to get past the block, and Jameson Tucker.
So they're actually going to spot at the 50. So not quite into Old Dominion territory yet, but at midfield for the Chanticleers. He's trying to get something positive going here. Edwards the lone back to pass Hudson. Dumps it off to Edwards over the middle, and he is tackled immediately by Jackson Forrest. The freshman throws him down after a minimal pickup.
Again, they're just going to stay back. They're going to have 2 deep, have the linebackers dropping into deep zones. They'll let them do that for the rest of the night because, I mean, they can come up and make the tackles like Forrest just did. The other time, it just eats more clock.
3rd and 4. You got to think, too, at this point, this has got to be 4-down territory where the ball is and where this game is. So yeah, Hudson.
Anything in plus territory is going to be 4 downs.
Hudson with Simpkins back in the game.
Look
to his left.
Look at all those white hats in the box. So much for playing back.
Hudson's got all kinds of time. Now he's going to roll out, thinking about running it. He's going to have to quickly throw it with pressure on him. Almost picked off by the Old Dominion DB. That's a nice play there by Brandon Crutchfield, who's already got 1 interception this year, almost had another.
I mean, what do you do? If you're Ted Hudson there, they just sent the house at you, and your guys protected you. That was an outstanding blitz pickup. So it's like cover 0. It's man-to-man across the board, and there's nobody to throw to. I mean,
Derek Goodman did a nice job shooting up to stop him from running, because I think he was thinking about running for the first, but then Goodman took the space away, and then he just had to throw it. Kind of a tough throw to make, right? Cross your body going left as a right-hander.
You send that many guys after the quarterback, and there's still nobody to throw to. Something is going right.
Dominic Nicely, and no, another pre-snap penalty.
Timeout.
No.
Coastal Carolina.
The referees
will be 30 seconds in length.
Say they got it before the delay game.
Just.
One of the refs was ready to throw his flag, but they burn a timeout right before delay. So 3:34 left in this third quarter. 4th and 4 coming up for Coastal Carolina. Ball sits at the Old Dominion 47. And if you're Tim Beck at this point, you're just trying to get something positive to take home with you at this game. Take it back to South Carolina with you after this one tonight.
And coming off of a bye week, too.
It's tough. I mean, 61 new players, 2 new coordinators.
Yeah, that's always going to be tough.
Yeah, 2 new coordinators. I mean, there's a lot of things. You know, your quarterback, Tad Hudson, in reality was like your 3rd or 4th quarterback coming into the season. Excuse me. And then the injury, obviously, to Emmett Brown, who was the San Jose State transfer. Then MJ Morris just wasn't effective enough, and then this is how we got to Hudson, who's trying to make up for lost time.
And honestly, aside from the interception, Hudson has not been the problem tonight. I mean, it's everything.
So 4th and 4 coming up.
Yeah, they come again.
Dominic Nicely, the freshman running back there. Good blitz pickup by Nicely, but still after the quarterback is Thomas, who wrestles him down, and a sack. Old Dominion's defense comes up big again.
They showed pressure and then dropped out of it and still got to it.
Keyshawn Thomas with the sack. He has been flying all over the field tonight for this ODU defense.
Look, they showed a bunch of pressure and then dropped back. And Thomas came on the outside, but they only rushed forward.
Initially, Nicely had picked him up, but Thomas blew him out of the play and then just kept going. He just kept going through his man. Really good pass rush there from the Monarchs to stop him on the 4th down, and must have been a great job on the back end too, because obviously Hudson had nowhere to go.
And there's Quinn Hinnkel.
Yeah, Quinn Hinnkel, the backup quarterback in the game. Of course, did make a start last year against Arkansas State in the final game of the season. Played very well. Hinnkel straight give to the running back Hargrove, who already has a big touchdown earlier tonight, 80-yard touchdown reception on that little jump pass from Colton Joseph, and Hargrove with a nice first down run of 9 yards. Quinn Hinnkel is a big-time runner.
Yeah, I was going to say, just because he's in there, don't think you can discount him taking off with it, because once he does, he's got a lot of speed himself.
He had the record for the longest touchdown run in school history until, of course, Traquan Jones broke that in the second game of the season this year. Hinnkel give to Hargrove, who's got close to the line to gain, and they're going to give him the line to gain. So first down, Contravian Hargrove.
Yeah, first play of the game, last game of the season against Arkansas State. He ripped one for like 92, I think.
Yeah, that was the record until Traquan Jones went 93 yards. But Hinnkel, they like him. As you know, Andy, these coaches think highly of him. They're not afraid to let him do stuff when he comes in the game, like throwing across the middle, and unable to connect there with TJ Lott.
Just a little bit behind him on that dig route.
It's a lot of Old Dominion depth in the game right now. TJ Lott's in there at receiver. Also seeing Titus Myers out there as well right now. Hinnkel looking to keep a little pop pass again. Oh, through the hands. They were trying to get it back to Hargrove again, but a little too much mustard on that pass.
Yeah, he's faking the quarterback draw and the little jump pass. And I think you're right. He may have had a little bit too much on it. Hargrove would say that's when he's got to have, but a little more touch on that.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 coming up. Hinnkel empties the backfield, throws it out near side. Hargrove makes one-man miss. Ooh, big hit there. But maybe a 3-yard pickup. Hargrove jumps up.
That's the one that
I think ODU's going to stay on the field. I think they're going to go for it. It's a little, really long field goal.
That right there was the play that Colton Joseph kept last time and ran it up the middle himself.
I take it back, field goal unit coming out. So Riley Callahan. First, there was a little hesitation on the ODU sideline.
That's going to be from 50, so it's not a gimme here.
So why not try it with a 44-point lead?
He hit from 50 against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, on the road in Lane Stadium, drilled it from 50. It was a big kick. Snap there is hold there. Kick is on its way. It's got the distance. Will it get through? No, it's going to be wide to the left. So Riley Callahan, plenty of foot just could not get it through the uprights. So one of the few things to go wrong for ODU tonight, a missed field goal.
It'll be his 3rd attempt from 50+ this year. And he's got the leg for it, obviously, as you just saw. He just...
Yeah, 1 of 3 now from that distance. But, yeah, he definitely has a leg. But that time just pulled it. It's a good field position coming up for Coastal Carolina with 1:20 to go in this 3rd quarter. Tad Hudson in this offense trying to take something positive back to Conway, South Carolina, before this night is over. The Dominion defense to this point is pitching the shutout. Low back is Jalen John. And the give to John. Tries it left side, but is going to be taken down after a pickup of about 4 yards. Defensive lineman Christopher Spencer was the first one to wrangle him.
And Jalen John, transfer from Arizona to UMass and here to Coastal.
Brings up 2nd and 5, so 5-yard pickup. Hudson back to pass. Throws it out here to the near side to John. John makes 1-man miss. 2-man miss, still on his feet. Got the first down a little bit more as he is pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line. So nice pickup on 2nd down with the check down.
Say that's a check down, but it's almost a design to get it out to him because the tight end, he started blocking almost as soon as that ball was out.
Crutchfield with the tackle, and again, John straight ahead. About 8-yard pickup. Be stopped shy of the 45, but into Old Dominion territory once again for Coastal Carolina. Coming up in the final seconds here of this 3rd quarter. Looks like Coastal wants to go quickly here, and they do again to John. He's going to lower his shoulder, but be just a yard shy, it looks like, of that first down marker as ODU's Fred Giles comes up from the tackle. And that should get us to the 4th quarter.
3rd quarter.
So we head to the 4th quarter. It has been all Old Dominion here tonight in their Sun Belt opener. Leading Coastal Carolina. We got 15 more minutes to go. Stick with us here. You're watching Sun Belt football on ESPN+. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium, getting ready for the start of the 4th quarter. There is the quarterback comparison tonight. And Colton Joseph, what a game. He is, of course, done for the evening. 315 yards, 4 touchdown passes to go along with a touchdown run of 50 yards as well. And a 3rd down coming up for Coastal Carolina. I think that 3rd and 2. And a 1st down as a Coastal running back, Jalen John, is able to reach the 1st down marker and a little bit more. So the chains move. Again, Coastal trying to get on the board here, down 44-0. Thanks for joining us here. Sunbelt Football. Scott Jackson, Andy Bashaw with you. Jalen John gets stacked up and pushed back by that ODU defense. And Jackson Forrest, again, the true freshman, coming in and making a tackle.
Yeah, that guy's going to be something special, I think, when he develops a little more. Because he's already making plays out there as a freshman.
Again, some of the injuries, the retirement of Jason Henderson, it really tested the depth, but the depth has stood up to this point in the season. Tad Hudson back to pass, loading up, got a man towards the end zone. It's going to be overthrown and incomplete of the intended receiver, Jamison Tucker.
I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good throw, though. I mean, Hudson, that was a rocket. That ball was a line drive. He didn't have a whole lot of air under it, and it had plenty of pace on it from about 45, 50 yards away.
Well, not a bad throw, but now a 3rd and 10 coming up. This is not the distance that's been good for Coastal Carolina tonight. These 3rd and longs have really been tough on them. Handoff straight ahead and getting through to make it more manageable is Javion Edwards.
That's exactly it. There was a run look on the defense, playing in coverage, so you run it, you pick up, because you know you're going for it here.
Yeah, Javon Edwards gets them to a 4th and 5.
Pick up what you can, and yeah, put yourself in a much more easy to convert.
So
Simpkins back in.
Tad Hudson on a 4th and 5 from the ODU 31-yard line. Back to pass, got time. Throws it to a wide open receiver, caught at the Old Dominion 9-yard line. That's a 1st and 10, and that's Malik Mega, the big target. 6'4", 201 pounds, transfer for Penn State, and that'll move the chains.
Well, that's that hole shot between the corner and the safety. That's another rocket from Hudson.
Here goes Simpkins, lowering his shoulder, gets stood up. Jackson Forrest pulls him down. Then he gets some help from some other defenders, including number 94, Ricardo Williams. We got a whistle and a flag on the play.
That's way over near the sideline.
Jerome Carter limping off for the Monarchs. That's not a good sign. He's been having a big game, a big season.
Substitution infraction. Defense, half the distance to the goal. Will replay 1st down.
So ODU gets hit for a substitution infraction.
Yeah, I think they're not a whole lot of penalties on the Monarchs tonight. That would be number 4.
So the back is Julian John. Rolling out Hudson, looking for his man in the back of the end zone. Caught away out of bounds, incomplete as he was going to Mega again.
Yeah, it's that levels concept on the rollout there, because he had the tight end Johnson going shallow, and then in the back corner trying to hit that back route against the pylon, and he's just a little bit late on it, and there's no more room over there.
2nd and goal coming up for the Chanticleers, trying to get on the board tonight. Kid to John, straight ahead. He gets stood up, still fighting for it. Maybe gets a yard or 2. They're going to give him 2 yards. He's going to get to the 3-yard line, so 3rd and goal. Of course, again, you got to imagine all of this is 4-down territory. We got an Old Dominion defender on the ground.
Officials timeout.
Keyshawn Thomas had a heck of a game. He's holding his left shoulder.
Just a mass of bodies in there.
Yeah, I hate to see any type of injury, especially late in these kind of games. Well, 12:35 to go here in regulation. It's been all Old Dominion rolling here tonight. We'll be back after this timeout here. You're watching Sunbelt Football on ESPN+. Back here at Old Dominion, you see the Sunbelt Conference standings. James Madison was a winner today, 14-7 over Georgia State, so they win their opener in conference as well. Old Dominion well on their way joining the group, but 1-0 and 4-1 overall, at 44-0 here with 12:35 to go in regulation, and a
Duke's
3rd and 3 coming up.
Duke's in a bit of a dogfight today with Georgia State.
Yeah, they were.
14-7.
Scott Jackson, Andy Mashaw here with you from SB Ballard Stadium. Tad Hudson waiting for the shotgun snap. Back to pass. Got some pressure. Throws over the middle. Slant. Caught. Touchdown. Finally, the Chanticleers get on the board as Cameron Wright hauls it in from 3 yards out.
Yeah, they blitzed the safety, so you got sort of man coverage on the outside. Physical route. Big receiver, 6'4", 207. Using that leverage to get inside, and a good catch.
Another look at it.
Yeah, he's kind of coming under. They had a clear out route that drives first, and then he comes underneath that.
Crutchfield couldn't quite get there in time, so extra point. Fructe is true. Keon Afarukte, the first time we've mentioned him tonight, drills the extra point. So it's a 44-7 game, 12:20 to go here in regulation. We got more football straight ahead here. You're watching Sunbelt Football on ESPN+. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium here on the campus of Old Dominion. Scott Jackson, Andy Mashaw. And as you see, the Sunbelt opener has been a good one for the home team. They'll be at Marshall next weekend. And then a big one in 2 weeks at James Madison.
You kind of don't want to get caught up on that, too, because, Marshall's not just going to let you walk over them and come into their place. But a lot of people are looking at that one on the 18th as a showdown.
No question. And then, obviously, after that, back at home for homecoming, and then on the road again. Then a Thursday nighter against Troy. Kickoff from LaForge is going to be a touchback. So Old Dominion and Quinn Hinneckel, the backup quarterback who's in the game right now, will start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Big night for Colton Joseph, the starter, and now Quinn Hinneckel gets some work in. Always a good game when you can get your backup quarterback work, and it's not because of an injury.
Yeah. Something's gone either really right or really wrong.
Exactly.
It's not always a good thing, but usually
right.
it is.
Usually it is if it's your choice, right?
This is when I got a lot of my playing time, so I know.
Well, still early. They might need you. 12:20 to go here. Still a lot of time left here. Mark-I James, no, it's a keep for Hinneckel. Here he comes out the left side, spins around, is going to get to the 31-yard line. So a pickup of 6 from Quinn Hinneckel.
That's the thing with Hinneckel. You don't have to change your offense that much. He's got a lot of the same skill set that Colton Joseph has. Joseph's got a more accurate arm, but as far as running goes and the ability to make those decisions on the RPOs, they're pretty much the same guy.
Redshirt freshman out of Downings in Pennsylvania. They really like his potential. Talking with the coaches over the last few years about Hinneckel, they think he's got plenty of arm, and with reps, obviously, will just get better. So trips here on the near side. Mark-I James, the lone back. Hinneckel gives it to James, who goes straight ahead, lowers his shoulder, moves a pile a little bit, close to the first down marker. He's going to be about a yard shy, so it'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they're not interested in snapping this thing before 5 seconds left on the clock. It was like 3 maybe on that one.
So again, Hinneckel with James to his right.
Well,
to give
that time.
To James. He's got the first down and more. Lowers his shoulder, passes up to the 30, make that the 48-yard line before he's taken down. So a big pickup on 3rd and short for Mark-I James. Gets ODU a 1st and 10.
All right, so never mind that. They snap it quickly that time.
Hey, Quinn Hinneckel's in here. He's like, wait a minute, I want to get as many snaps in as I can here tonight to get this playing time. So 14-yard pickup on 3rd and 1. James flips sides to the left of Hinneckel.
And now we're going to hold it.
Hinneckel keeps it, goes left, going to get wide. He's got it inside to Coastal territory, pushed out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 47-yard line. So a nice run from Quinn Hinneckel on 1st and 10 once again. Keeping him in front of the chains here with the 2nd and 5 yards to go.
Getting on that edge behind Griffin Duggan, the transfer from Virginia Tech. Some of the 2s on the offensive front.
There's a lot of new numbers out there, so we're going to dig deep into the depth chart. Hinneckel going to keep it going right side this time. Got some space, got the first down, a little bit more still on his feet. Inside the 35-yard line, they'll mark him down at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Monarchs is the backup quarterback Quinn Hinneckel with a big run on 2nd down.
But I mentioned he could run it. And that's what he's more than capable of doing. Like I said, he looks a lot like Colton Joseph when he pulls it and takes off with it.
He's got wheels. Certainly can show that, as we talked about when he first came in the game against Arkansas State last year. Their first carry went 92 to the house.
Actually a little bit heavier than Joseph.
Hinneckel throws it this time almost, little behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to call that a catch. They do. It's a loss of 2. They're saying incomplete now.
Yeah, now it's
ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
That's either not a good read or a really bad block on the outside by that receiver, who's Myers, who's
Titus Myers and Lott, the near side receivers. Far side, you've got Johnson. Back to pass. Hinneckel under pressure, rolling. Stripped from behind, ball's loose. And Coastal Carolina, I believe, has recovered it. Hinneckel just didn't feel the pressure. Part of not playing, perhaps, and
fumble
gets a
recovered
strip
by
from
Coastal
behind,
Carolina.
and it is
down.
a clean recovery for Coastal Carolina. Gordon is the man who comes up with it for the Chanticleers.
That stacked release, I thought he had a chance on the outside, but then he just held it and waited, tries to buy more time. coming from behind. That's good technique, just swatting straight down on the ball.
Yeah, it was Ibrahim Diawara with the play from behind and then the recovery from Gordon. So the Monarchs defense has to come back out on the field as Coastal Carolina, after their touchdown drive, back on the field from their own 34-yard line, trailing 44-7, 8:55 to go. Dominic Nicely back in the game with Hudson. Hudson back to pass, now under pressure. Time's running out. He gets dropped. Excellent play from the Old Dominion defense as Malecki gets him. Hunter Malecki, the freshman.
There's a lot of freshmen out there because the other freshman in Jackson Forrest was coming. He was kind of a spy on that and it started crashing in. Malecki was there.
New quarterback in the game now is Samari Collier. So the backup quarterback, Samari Collier, comes in. Almost lost the snap. Now he's going to run it straight ahead, and he's going to get taken down quickly before he can get anywhere. So he is swallowed up on that play by Ahmad Foster, number 95 for the Monarchs. I don't know if did Hudson get hurt or if that was part of the plan, looking on the sideline to see if they're working on him, but he got cut from behind there on that sack.
They may have made a quick decision because I don't think that you could have a plan to change it in the middle of the drive.
Yeah, he's standing on the sideline. Looks like he might be stretching out his leg. Back to pass now, Collier. Again under pressure. Scrambling up, but gets tackled down. Malecki, another play. Hunter Malecki fired up, the freshman, getting some playing time here. Maybe a 2-yard pickup. Maybe a 2-yard pickup, and that brings up a fourth and about 23 yards. So punting unit coming on for Coastal Carolina. So some of the ODU backups, see him celebrating.
Get Trinidad happy for his partner. These are guys that put in a lot of work and don't get a lot of credit. Now, they're young guys, so their credit is coming probably. They keep making plays like that, it will.
You know, they really talked a lot about depth this year here with this Old Dominion team, and it is shown in these first 5 games. Juggle the punt, but now here comes Roche's got some space. We got a flag down, though. Might come back, goes to the 42-yard line where he's going to be taken down.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a hold.
During the return, holding number 20 on the return team. That penalty will be enforced 10 yards, first down.
So that will move the return back 10 yards, but Old Dominion with the football once again. We got 6:48 to go. Quinn Hennicle and the Monarchs trying to burn some more clock and get their 4th win of the year. You're watching Sunbelt football here on ESPN+. Back inside SB Ballard Stadium, you see the upcoming schedule for the Coastal Carolina team. ULM followed by App State.
Going across the state there.
Yeah, then Marshall, Georgia State, Georgia Southern, at South Carolina before they wrap up the season against James Madison. And the give on 1st and 10 for Old Dominion goes to Hargrove. No gain on the play. Quinn Hennicle remains in at quarterback for Old Dominion. 44-7 lead. Scott Jackson, Andy Mashaw here with you. This is ODU's Sun Belt opener, 2nd game in the Sun Belt this season for Coastal Carolina, who won at South Alabama 2 weeks ago before their bye week.
He's got to run this clock.
Big pitch from Hennicle. Now he's going to try to go straight. No, cuts it out here to the near side. Hennicle dives forward towards that first down marker, and they're going to give it to him, it looks like. At least the far side official does. Yes, moving him on. So nice run from Quinn Hennicle.
Now, he's not small either. We talked about some of the size. He actually weighs about 10 pounds more than Joseph. He's 6'2", 210. So he'll put his shoulder down into you as well. It's not quite like Ty Hudson, but still not small.
Yeah, we saw him against Virginia Tech here a year ago in a blowout game. Remember, he had the big touchdown run. He was really the only spark that offense had that night.
But Joseph got pulled in that game early.
That was Joseph's first start.
Hennicle came in, and his first or second play took 60 yards on the ground for a touchdown.
Hargrove, big run. And he's going to get 10 yards and another Old Dominion first down. I mean, Coastal knows the run's coming, but this Monarch offensive line is eaten tonight. Now it's the backup offensive line that's doing the road grading.
Well, you know, Coastal's got the twos in as well, I think, so.
Yeah, this is one of those games you got to kind of play it for the long play at some point when you're Coastal in this one. You don't want.
You just want to get out of here as healthy as possible.
Injuries, you want to be well. Pinnacle makes one man miss. He's going to get another first down, another 11-yard pickup. Make a 10-yard pickup for the Old Dominion offense. And Quinn Hanicle, the quarterback, has it moving 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of Coastal Carolina. 4:27 clock's moving.
He's getting close to 50 yards rushing himself. He's only been in for a couple of minutes. He's at 44 right now.
Came in late in the third. There's Colton Joseph, a huge night tonight. 315 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Also had a 50-yard touchdown run. And another 66 on the ground. Straight ahead, big run. Hargrove in the secondary, taken down at the 14-yard line. What a night he's had. He's an 80-yard touchdown reception. And Catravian Hargrove with a big run there on 1st and 10.
That's going to give him, that's only his 5th carry on the night, but it's going to put him up in the 40s on the ground. And he's, of course, got the big touchdown catch.
So 1st and 10 from the 11. So Old Dominion can get a first down before getting a touchdown as the ball sits on the 11-yard line. Gets to the 1. So Hargrove, that was a 29-yard run. He stays as the lone back. Play action, no, give to Hargrove, but he gets wrestled down, loses yardage back at the 15-yard line. So a loss of 4 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, Hennigel's just ghosting that out.
So 2nd and make it 12. They spotted, actually, they gave him his forward progress, so just a yard loss, or 2-yard loss. Travian Hargrove, a Grambling transfer. This time Hanicle keeps it. He's got space. He's got the 10, cuts it up. 5 spinning towards that first down marker. He's going to be shy. He's going to get it down to the 3-yard line. So sets up a 3rd and 2 for the Monarchs after a 10-yard pickup from Quinn Hanicle.
It's just wide open. I mean, he pulls it, and there's just a big, huge gap on that left side.
Hanicle gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Big defensive stop there from Diawari, who comes flying in there.
Yeah, reunited. Diawari, the same guy that got the strip sack last time, and he hit him from behind.
2-minute timeout.
So that gets us to the 2-minute timeout. It's been all Old Dominion here tonight. 4th and 7 coming up. You're watching Sunbelt Football here on ESPN+. Back here at SB Ballard Stadium as Riley Callahan is set to attempt a 26-yard field goal for Old Dominion with 2 minutes to go and a 44-7 lead. You see, it was that second quarter, Andy, where Old Dominion blew this thing up on 24 points and to build a 34-0 halftime lead. And they have not looked back all night. Snap there, hold there, kick is up, and that is also going to be good. So Riley Callahan hits another field goal tonight, 47-7 ODU with 1:56 left. Here in their Sunbelt opener, it has been quite an opener. Team that played a lot of close games the last 2 years, but have not played a close game this season. In terms of their wins, 54-6 over North Carolina Central, 45-26 at Virginia Tech, 21-7 last week at Liberty, but a game that was really never in jeopardy. And tonight, this one has been out of reach for quite some while.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, never been in jeopardy, 47-7. And next week, big test on the road at a new look Marshall. Of course, the staff at Marshall is at Southern Miss now, so It's always been a tough place for the Monarchs too, as you know, going to Marshall.
There's been some not great games up in Huntington. Overtime loss one year.
A 4-1 start for ODU, their best start since 2012 when they started 5-0. That was an FCS team, so this is their best start as an FBS school. That's a really nice open field tackle on kickoff coverage for Old Dominion, as some of their depth players have really shown out here tonight, as that was Contravian Hargrove, the running back, covering that kick. How about that?
I don't know, because remember somebody had to change jerseys. I think it was Hargrove who had to switch jerseys one time, because a lot of times
that's definitely Hargrove there with the 18 on. So Collier stays in a quarterback, gives it straight ahead, and quickly stacked up, not going very far, was Breon Townsend with his first carry of the night.
It's got to feel good as a running back, though. You get to hit somebody else. You get a little payback for all those guys taking shots at you.
No question. They seem to like it. 619 total yards, fourth most against an FBS team in ODU history. The largest difference in total yards in ODU history was 385 against Hampton in 2021. Right now it's at 440, so this would be the largest differential if this holds. Of course, the largest against an FBS team as well. A lot of big numbers here tonight for the home team. Again, give and taken down, but a first down. Referee went down as well.
The umpire went down.
As Townsend picks up the first down. Clock still moving. I'm sure the Chanticleers would be happy for this clock to just burn out and get on the bus and get out of here. Tough one tonight for the road team. Collier takes a snap again. Townsend will get it and gets wrestled from behind the line of scrimmage, as a lot of the ODU depth players in there right now making plays. Ahmad Foster among them. And you had 97 in there, Christopher Spencer. Like that Foster with the tackle. You know, it's one of those kind of games, Andy, when you have guys that don't have numbers in the roster right now in the game. Well, that'll do it as the time ticks off. Fans here letting the team hear about it, the ones that stuck around till the end. Very happy. There's Ricky Ronnie walking across the field, Tim Beck, and he will shake hands. Offer some words of encouragement as ODU runs it to 4-1. Coastal Carolina falls to 2-3 and 1-1 in conference. And of course, ODU now 1-0 in conference with that win here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a while for these fans to see a winning season. They haven't had one in 9 years. They've been even a couple of times, headed into the bowl games, but you know, this is a great start for this team. They got to keep it rolling.
Hargrove, that 80-yard touchdown reception from Colton Joseph on that jump pass play they ran a lot last year. Hudson was trying to load up here with Mario Easterly, had other plans. So he makes an interception, one of the two takeaways for this ODU defense tonight. And then Colton Joseph again. Corey Thomas put him at first and goal, and then it was Gladding for another touchdown. And here's Gladding's third of the night.
That's just carrying defenders with him into the end zone.
Raheem Gladding with a 3-touchdown night. ODU's defense almost pitched a shutout, and then Colton Joseph coming into your living room with that 50-yard touchdown run. Some more icing on the cake on what was a great night for the Old Dominion quarterback. So that'll do it for us. Scott Jackson and Andy Mashaw saying so long from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, Virginia, on the campus of Old Dominion, where the final score is 47-7. All games airing on ESPN Networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Good night, and thanks for joining us.